from the campus of Liberty University, it's time for the Get Up and Go Show.
Alright guys, good morning and welcome into the 90.9 The Light Studios for your Get Up and Go Show. Amy G back with you as always alongside Garrett. How are we doing, Garrett?
I'm doing well. I'm feeling really rested actually for a change, so that was nice.
Rested for a change.
Yeah.
I got, I think, 30 more minutes of sleep than I usually do before the show.
I got hours more, so I'm feeling great.
I heard a terrible group project story from you about 5 minutes ago.
Yes. So what happened is we were supposed to meet up at TRBC to film, the interview project for Digi225. And I showed up, got up early in the morning, early for me, and I brought all my equipment, and nobody showed up but me, and nobody texted me why. So I sat there for like an hour waiting, and nobody showed up. So that was a little damper on my set. That put a damper on my Sunday. So
this group project should not be a thing.
No, I don't like group projects.
I would much rather work by myself than in a group project.
I hate group projects just in general.
I think I had an equally terrible experience. So I only had one partner for my interview 225 project. So we were going to do it downtown because we had to pick like a narrative behind the interviews, and we were like, okay, we'll do the food atmosphere. And so I entrusted my partner with getting the equipment. Yeah. Spoiler alert, bad decision. And when she got in my car, I went through the checklist. You have this, you have this. So we got down there, drove 15 minutes downtown, and I opened the bag, and we have like half of what we need. And I was like, okay. We'll get done what we can now, and then we'll go back to the school. We'll come back downtown. We'll get the equipment.
Yeah.
So I sent her back in because she was the one that rented out the equipment. So I sent her back in, and I was like, get this and this. And then she's like, oh, I got it. And then we went all the way downtown, and the equipment didn't work. Cord didn't work. It wouldn't plug into the camera, and we needed that for the audio. So I was like, okay, we're just going to go back to the school and then just do it at the school because I'm sick of driving at this point. So we go and we get the equipment, and it still doesn't work. So then we just had to do it the next day.
That's upsetting. How did it go the next day?
It was hard getting people to interview because no one was willing.
Really? No, everyone was just... Yeah. Where did you do it?
The DeMoss, which is the learning hall at Liberty University for those
where
don't
we
know.
currently are.
Where we currently are, yes. Like right out there. I just did the interviews. And people, they looked at me like I asked them if they wanted to join my cult. Like that's how they looked at me. And I was like, it's only going to take a couple seconds. I'm sorry to hinder you.
People at the church were just so busy. They were either going to church or leaving church. So it was, I didn't get them to interview anyway because I couldn't, because I didn't have a mic or like a camera. So, but I could tell that it's going to be, because we're going to do it this weekend instead. We got permission. So it wasn't going to be an easy task. So
getting an extension on a project and leaving class early. Two greatest things. Or getting class canceled.
Getting class canceled.
Yes. One of mine was canceled twice last week, psychology. Why? I think she was sick. Maybe.
Maybe
think
just
so.
wanted to
I only read the headline of the email that said no class, and
I always do that.
I didn't read the content.
Who cares why?
Class is canceled. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I did have my own little mess up this week. So I have a propensity not to think.
Okay.
Ever. And so I work camera and report sometimes for the hockey games here. And so the way it works is there's like a Google Sheets document, and each column is a game, and you write your name under if you're available for the game. And so there was a hockey game this Sunday, and I was like, okay, I'll work that game. And so the call time was way earlier than the game start. Like the game start was at 3 and the call time was at 10:30, and I was like, okay, something's up. So apparently it was playoff week, and when you sign up for that day, you sign up for the entire tournament.
Oh boy.
So,
oh my gosh.
7 hours worth of hockey, which I'm not going to complain. I love hockey. That's my favorite sport. But I had to cancel later plans.
Oh boy.
I was supposed to go see a movie with my college group, and then I was like, hey guys.
Oh no.
And I'm like the one in the group that plans everything. They're really shy. Like they're all introverted. So like if I'm not there, they're like, it's dead silent. And I'm like,
that's so awkward.
I'll call in.
Call in for some support. For backup.
For some moral support. But they said the movie was good, so
it's good.
I
mean, how much?
I guess that's a good thing.
Are you a talker in movies? Do you?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's really bad. I'm the loudest laugher. I've never been in a movie theater where I'm not the loudest one. Still waiting.
See, how I am a total hypocrite because I talk so much in movies, and then if anybody like whispers to their friend, I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they talking? Like, I do both, and it's terrible. Yeah. But I'm not the shusher. The shusher is the worst. They go, shh.
People do that?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone.
Maybe that's a
shush
North
someone.
thing, but they
It's gotta
definitely
be.
shush people. It's like, shh.
Yeah,
People get aggressive.
I hate going to movies where there's like a ton of little kids and they're all like screaming
Oh,
and
yeah.
crying during
I don't
the
think
movie.
I've ever had that though.
But yet I'm still the loudest one.
Okay.
I always laugh the loudest.
So have
It's
you,
bad.
you said you hadn't seen A Quiet Place, right?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so very quiet movie, as you could probably tell. A Quiet Place. So
Right.
the whole atmosphere of the movie, the first night, opening night, everyone was dead silent. Like nobody wanted to. My friend wanted to take off their jacket, but it was too loud to take off. It would have been too loud because it was dead silent the entire film, and everyone in the theater was just silent. And the second night I went to go with another friend and bring them. The lady next to us was just chowing down on a bag of popcorn, and it was like the loudest thing in the theater because it was just dead silent, and all you hear is just. I'm like, can you wait? Like she could die right now, and you are eating your
no.
popcorn. Can you wait like 5 seconds? And she wouldn't. I just wanted to snatch it and like throw it. It was driving me insane.
I feel like that always happens during the church service. There's always like one
Somebody with a bag of popcorn.
no, like one distraction. Like someone will be like tearing paper or like writing too loud. It always
Writing too
small Baptist church problems, I guess.
Okay,
but
wait. So do you go to TRBC though?
I don't.
Okay, I was gonna say. So
My
that would-
church is way smaller than TRBC.
Okay, I was gonna say because I was like, if you can hear someone across the room writing too loudly, then you're listening. Levels are really high.
I went to TRBC when I first moved here, and it was my church in Florida was probably 40, 50 people.
Yeah,
So coming
same.
to TRBC, which is like 2,000 people,
Yeah,
I
it's
was
insane.
like, wow. Like
Yeah.
3 of these pews was my church, and they're
Right.
here with like 300 pews.
Right.
It was insane.
Yeah, same here. My church back home is very small. We're currently like in a school like building right now, but we're in transition. So it's a very small church. So I'm not used to this whole big, giant, grand like symphony
Mega
that they're
churches.
throwing out. And so yeah, that was interesting. But I don't go there either. I go to Mosaic over in somewhere in Lynchburg because someone drives me. I do not drive there.
I've never even heard of that, and I live here, so
Cool.
I'm equally to
Maybe
blame
it's
for
not
not
even
knowing.
in Lynchburg. It's just in the area. That's what I know. It's like in
probably Forest or Lynchburg.
yeah, one of those. It's like at the back of some building. So it sounds way sketchier. It's a really cool location. It's like a coffee house kind of vibe, like cafe. Like there's couches, there's like tables and chairs, and like this like small stage. It's really cool. So yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
But-
So one more weekend story from this week.
All right.
So at the hockey, you can actually have a question for you, so you can contribute
Uh-oh.
to this
Hockey related
debate.
question for me.
It is not sports
Okay,
related.
cool.
So at the hockey game, there was no one there,
Mm-hmm.
like no one there, and so the rink host was playing music, like
Mm-hmm.
over the arena and the PA system. And so us camera people, we were all just like treating it like live karaoke. Like I
Oh
was
my gosh.
multitasking. I was operating a camera and getting in my daily dose of public singing for
That's
the day.
awesome.
And so one of the songs they decided to play was All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Yes.
And we were like belting it out.
Mm-hmm.
And the PA announcer like jokingly hands me the mic if I want to like sing. And he was like jokingly, but I would have. My dream is to sing the national anthem. in
You
front
should
of, like,
have. You should
a
have
million
grabbed
people.
it and turned into Mariah Carey.
I should.
That was your time to
not
shine. That was your.
It was my opportunity.
That was your opportunity to break into the Mariah Carey.
Get my record platinum.
Yeah.
Not that I can sing, because I can't. But
That was your chance to prove yourself.
Yeah, it's just my dream to just sing. I
That-
think it'd be really fun. But so then it sparked a debate as to if Christmas music is allowed to be played in March.
Oh, absolutely.
And you use Christmas music
I do.
in the back of your Instagram
I do that all the
videos.
time. It's the best, like Michael Bublé, and then
Michael Bublé is great. He's
literally
good.
all Christmas music. I love it so much. People hate me for it. They're like, it's March, and I'm like, I don't care. It's Christmas. So
Yeah, I'm not one of those, like, I personally don't listen to it until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, you
Opposed
can't,
to it,
yeah,
yeah.
you can't listen to Christmas music throughout the year.
I
But there
like-
was a huge debate, like, in our
huge debate.
headsets.
Wow. No, I love Christmas music. I don't care what time it is. I will listen to it any time of day.
It's a good, it should be its own genre. It
really
is.
I think it is its own genre, isn't
It
it?
should be. It should be, definitely.
All right.
All right, guys, this is Superhuman by Good Weather Forecast. All right, guys, welcome back into the 90.9 The Light studio for the Get Up and Go show. As Garrett has a little equipment malfunction over
A
here.
little bit.
I don't
Knock
think
this fuzzy thing off.
Yeah, I've never seen these fuzzy things on the microphone ever come up before. They are very good at catching lint.
Yes, they are.
So-
And being inhaled by.
Yes, and choking in the middle of a segment. Don't get lint rollers if you need to get rid of lint, or if you have a cat, just get a microphone.
Yeah.
Because these things are very, very good. At
See, I
lint
never
catching.
used lint rollers. I just did the Walmart version where you just tape. You know, you ever just like roll a piece of tape together? You put it over your
yeah.
fingers and you just roll it. That's the poor man's way of lint rolling.
Hey, DIY. Sometimes they're helpful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the days of today, it's March 5th. I cannot believe it's March. It sounds so weird. I'll still be writing February on all my
Right.
papers for the next
But
couple
will you be able to
weeks.
spell it right?
No. I don't even say it right. February. There's two R's in
February.
there. But I won't have to spell that for 11
I don't say
months, so it's
February.
okay.
I say February, like February, but it's so wrong.
Yeah, I think most people
Or maybe
say
it's
it
right.
like that.
I don't know.
Hey.
I'm just.
If so many people say it that way, maybe it should be.
Maybe it should
We'll
be
just
that
change
way.
it. Change the spelling of February.
Yeah.
All right. Multiple Personality Day.
Oh.
Day for exploring your personality traits and examining the root of those traits, as well as spending time with loved ones who have multiple personality disorder.
Okay. I was gonna say if they didn't have that last part, that was not what
Yeah,
that sounds
it was
like.
a little misleading.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's cool. I guess pretty cool.
I think I don't know.
Self-exploration.
I don't even know. Yeah, I'm extroverted.
And
yeah,
the root cause of that is you like talking to
root
people.
Cause, yeah, I guess so.
Cool.
I like bringing people together with words.
I've been told I'm an extroverted introvert, and I believe it. It's like I don't know how to describe. Do you know what that
Like
means? It's
selectively extroverted.
no, I'm introverted, but like I have a desire to be extroverted, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But my introvertedness doesn't let me. I don't know how to describe it. Hold on, I gotta look it up. But
I don't
there
really see you
is-
as an introvert.
I'm a real introvert. I promise you,
Really?
a very big
Okay.
introvert.
I
gonna look this
was
up.
actually told that because we have a mutual friend, Garrett and I have a class with him.
Wait,
and
another
he-
Garrett.
No. David on
Okay,
your
well,
hall.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes, he was like, I think this guy's on your morning show. I was like, oh yeah, he's one of my co-hosts, and he's like, he's on the radio. He's so quiet and like reserved. And I was like, we're not talking about the same person. I didn't believe it.
No, it's true. Especially like if I know somebody, I will be like super open with them. But if I don't know somebody, I'm like I am really really reserved and like I have a hard time getting to like open up. It's really weird, but yeah.
I never would have guessed. I think a lot of times we like to pretend that our interests are part of our personality and values too. I think like interests are things you prefer, that values are things that you feel are important for everyday life, and people mix those in with personality.
Right. So I was looking on the web and
Oh
it
no,
says
that's dangerous.
okay. It says I'm trying to find it. You know, we'll come back and after I've read it and I'll give you a good definition. But it is a thing. There is a whole article on it on Lifehack, believe it or not. So
Life hack. Do you know your anagram number?
I did. Do I now? No. I'm really bad at remembering that. And what's the other one? Because I've also forgotten that. That's not the number.
Hogwarts houses?
No. No.
No idea. I've
Okay.
only heard of the anagram.
Not the number. It's a
Oh, it's like 4 letters.
oh yeah. I'm
And it's-
INFJ. I think.
Yes, okay.
I think I'm
I
INFJ.
took that a really long time ago. I know I got extroverted, but I can't remember the other
Because
letters.
that's just the first letter. That's E.
E. I'm an E and then 3 others.
I think it's introverted, intuition. I don't know what I was gonna say there. Intuition. F is
Focus.
no, not focused.
Fundamentals.
I don't know, and then I don't remember what the J is either. But I'm INFJ. That's what counts. So yeah,
I need to take this quiz over the break.
yeah, you should.
I'm going to try to guess your anagram number. I don't remember
boy.
them, but I'm going to find it and try to guess.
You'll take the is it something? Is Meyer something?
Meyer, it sounds familiar.
Okay.
I'm a solid 4 on the anagram. I tested pretty much 96%.
Oh wow.
So basically the anagram, if you don't know what it is, it's a classifying system based on where you place like your identity, or like you think you can only survive being this way kind of thing. And a 4 is the individualist. So I
right.
survive off of being different than others, which is so true.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I refuse to follow trends. I don't need to get attention or like recognition for it, but I
Yeah.
don't want to be like other people.
That's fair.
I freak out if like someone's the same as me, and I don't like that. And I'll literally change myself and go out of my way to be different. And
That's awesome.
Some people are like a 3-wing 2 or like have another division.
Yeah.
I was like solid
The
4, and I was
4,
like,
yeah.
and then it tells you like the pros and cons, and of course you read the pros and you're like, I feel pretty good about myself.
And then you read the cons
and
and you're
then
like,
you read the cons and you're like, I know all this is right, but I don't want to admit it.
Okay, so what is your star sign?
Star sign, like zodiac, like astrology.
Do you know? No.
December. Sagittarius?
I don't know how to
Is that
pronounce
how you
mine
say
either, but
it?
I'm Libra.
I see
Libra.
a lot of the zodiac stuff on Twitter, and I just scroll past it.
You don't
I don't
believe it?
understand any of it.
Oh, okay. So it's pretty much the same thing except classing you by like when you were born.
Interesting. I had a boss. He hired people based on their zodiac
Are
sign.
you kidding?
He,
Oh my god.
yes, he hired a server. He hired a server for every zodiac sign.
So you had like the whole year round.
Yes, to have
Zodiac.
balance. And he was like, I can't have 2 Leos. They won't get along. And I was like, I don't even know what that means.
That's funny.
But I guess my zodiac sign helped me get hired. So
Hey, there you go.
maybe I
There
should
you
pay
go.
more attention to it.
Hey. Yeah, but we'll definitely have to take the quizzes.
Yes.
So I think we're on days of the day is what we were talking
Yes.
about, right?
You actually got a compliment on your personality from, I guess, technically my boss, Flynn. He's
Oh,
like,
cool.
I was telling him about the show. I was like, oh, yeah, it's going well. And he's like, yeah, Garrett has a really good personality.
Oh,
so I'm
that's
I'm
sweet.
still waiting on my compliment from Flynn. It'll probably never come. He graduates in 2 months, so he has 2 months to make
2
it up.
months to
But
make
you
it
got
up.
a personality
Hey.
comment, so there you go.
Got a good
There's
personality.
your
Awesome.
encouragement for the day. So it's also Cheese Doodle Day.
Cheese doodle.
Cheese Doodle.
Now I'm not entirely sure what exactly a cheese doodle is specifically because I've never had one.
I think I hate cheese doodles. These seem to follow me everywhere I go. These were the soccer mom, like the Frito-Lay snack packs, and they'd have Doritos and like Fritos and Cheetos, which I guess Cheetos would count as a cheese doodle. and,
Okay,
like
is
Lay's
that the same
chips.
thing?
Yeah.
Cheese doodle?
Cheese like Cheetos and cheese puffs. That's all a cheese doodle to me. That's all the same thing.
Okay, so you don't like the big. Okay. Now I'm getting mixed up which is which. Okay, or the big ones, like the big ones that are
The
like
cheese
cheese
puffs.
puffs,
Yeah.
but the big ones that are in the shape of a Cheeto.
Yes.
What is that?
That's all cheese puffs to me. It's all the same.
Okay.
It all tastes the same, so I'm just gonna
Because then there's like
categorize
the
it
weird
same.
skinny Cheetos.
Skinny Cheetos.
You know the ones in the little bag.
Yeah, that are still Cheetos.
No, I know, but they're bigger.
Takis? Takis?
I have
Is
no
that-
idea.
I have no idea.
Anyway, no, you're thinking
But-
of Takis. Takis.
I would avoid Cheetos like the plague though for the
Really?
soccer mom snacks. They were always the last one left. No one wanted the Cheetos.
Really?
And then I took piano when I was like 6 or 7, and I had a recital, and they gave us like snack bags after, like little goodie bags, and there were Cheetos in there. And I was like, Mom, we have to stop piano. They don't give very good snacks. Gotta stop soccer. Gotta stop piano. These cheese doodles follow me everywhere.
Really?
When I think of cheese doodles, though, I just think of the pirates who don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Those
little
the
Mr.
little.
Twisties, twisted cheese curls.
Wow, you got specific with that. I don't like. Whoa, where is that even mentioned
It's
in
on
that
the
film?
bag. It's like a little squash.
You're talking about. Are you talking about the Jonah one?
Both of them.
Both of them. Okay. Yeah.
They
I
did
don't-
so well in the Jonah movie that they got their own movie.
Yeah. Wait, they got their own movie?
Yeah, the pirates who don't do anything. They
Oh,
have
I
their
thought you
own
meant the
movie.
cheese dude.
Oh no, not the cheese
Well,
doodles.
because they are like a being in the Pirates Who Don't Do Anything, like the movie.
They came alive.
That's why
It
I was
a
like,
little weird.
Yeah. So I thought you meant they got like the minions. I was like, what? What are you doing, VeggieTales?
That movie had a $15 million budget
Whoa. 15
for the pirates who don't do anything. That's
what did that
insane.
get on? Like, I'm curious as to the ratings.
Rotten Tomatoes. It better have gotten a 100.
Honestly, because
That's the
it was
most
one of my favorite
iconic
ones.
spin-off of all time.
Yeah. Pirates Who Don't Do Anything. Well, I just messed up. We'll come back with that answer soon.
And also do you remember in Toy Story 2? Have you seen that movie?
Toy Story 2, I've seen all the Toy Stories. It's awesome.
So remember the scene when Woody is trying to escape and the guy that steals him, who's the toy collector, is asleep on the couch, and Woody's
Yes.
trying to get by to escape, and there's a ton of cheese puffs on the floor, and he has to avoid stepping on them to wake because he doesn't want the guy to wake up.
Yeah. And then Okay, it bothered me how like cheesy that dude's hands were like when he fell asleep with.
Oh yeah, that was gross.
I hate that. I hate when there's like people have Dorito fingers. I'm like, can you like fix that? Like wash your hands. Ugh. That's like a big pet peeve for me. I think like 5 shows ago you asked me what one of my biggest pet peeves was. That is
Yes.
it. I've thought of it now. It is
cheesy Dorito.
cheesy Dorito
fingers.
hands. It's like ugh. Also, coming back to the Pirates Who Don't Do Anything, it got a 39% on for critic consensus.
39%.
Yeah. And only a 61%
That's almost
for
sacrilegious.
yeah, and a 61% for audience score. And that
Wow.
is a little sad. And that's out
VeggieTales
of
deserves
80,000.
110%.
110%. Better than Paddington 2.
Better. Oh, now you stress me out. Paddington 2 is one of the cutest movies I've ever seen.
I haven't seen it, so I literally
It's
can't say
so
anything.
cute. The ending, that's one of the few movies that made me cry. It takes a lot to make me cry.
Paddington 2 made you cry?
Yes, it did, and it takes a lot to make me cry. My brother would like twist my arms backwards, and I still wouldn't cry when I was little.
Sounds like slight abuse.
They loved the WWE.
Oh, okay. So you're
Yeah, they were all into the wrestling.
That's awesome.
They knocked all my teeth out. Like that's how my teeth came out.
Oh, right.
Is they would just like
I
knock
forgot
them
that's
out.
a normal thing, and I was like, "What? They just knocked your teeth out? Whatever."
When I was younger.
Yeah.
So it's also Mardi Gras today.
Mardi Gras is today.
Mardi Gras is today.
Whoa.
This is a top 5 holiday in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mardi Gras.
I've never been a big Mardi Gras guy, but like, I feel like we need to have a Mardi Gras here at Liberty.
I mean, technically, okay, so the pagan side of the holiday is just throwing beads everywhere. That's what most people recognize it as.
Yeah.
But so the early Christians believe that the Lent season, the 40 days between Ash Wednesday, which is tomorrow, the first day of Lent, and then Easter, Christians should deprive themselves of whatever brings them joy. And most of the time it was food to help, because like Christ died for Easter. They were like, he gave his life up, so we'll give something up for 40 days.
Right.
And so a lot of times it's food. So Mardi Gras literally translates Fat Tuesday in French. So they literally eat whatever they want for an entire day.
Tuesday.
It's just a day to like eat fatty, decadent foods, which is amazing.
So, yeah, I can contribute to my part of Mardi Gras. So all right, that's pretty
took
neat.
4 years of French. Don't ask me to recall anything. Only
Croissant.
word I remember is croissant. That's the only word I remember. And every year we'd celebrate it.
I told you about that other Garrett who laughs in French, right?
Yes.
Oh,
How do you you laugh? Like when I heard that, I was like, how do you laugh in another language? Like,
And then I
that doesn't make
demonstrated
sense.
it, and it
and
just
then
makes
you
sense.
did, and it made sense.
Yeah, I told him
It
that
just made sense.
See, I've never told him that I think he laughs in French, but then I told him that I went on the radio and told the world that he laughs in French, and he
Oh,
was
no.
like, I do not.
Does he live
I
in,
do not.
Does he live in Connecticut?
No, he lives on my hall.
Oh, we
call
need to
him-
bring other Garrett in
Yeah,
the show.
we call him Garrett 2.0.
Garrett 2.0.
Yeah. So that's how we, because if there's two Garretts in the room, they're like, which Garrett? And then he'll be like 2.0 and then, or 1.0. So it's funny. Yeah, that's how we identify each other.
Laughs in French. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I have to hear it in person.
Yeah.
I have to hear it to believe it in
Yeah.
person.
It's funny. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, though. So
All right, so on this day, the Boston Massacre took place in
really?
1770 on this day. British troops fired into the crowd in Boston, killing 5 people. 2 British troops were later convicted of manslaughter.
wow. That's
American
intense.
Revolution, not a good time.
I mean, technically, it was good for us in the end.
Good for us, but a little bit messy.
Yeah, pretty
With
messy.
that, the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, well, yeah, Boston Tea Party. I don't know why. I got really sidetracked on tea for a second when you said that. I was going to bring up something about tea, but yes.
Me personally, I don't think I could dump tea into a harbor. It's
No, I
so
just-
good.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess if you're being taxed on
That's
it, like,
true.
insanely. Yeah, why don't they just take some for themselves? I mean, so they don't have to, they get free tea,
They should have just hoarded it.
honestly. Yeah, but on the subject of tea, what is your favorite tea?
This is hard. Okay.
You're going to be so mad at me for my favorite tea.
Mandarin orange flavored green tea is my favorite
Whoa,
tea.
It's intense.
Second is blueberry. Anything
Blueberry's
berry
actually pretty
or
good. I will
blueberry.
say, have you ever had like, okay, what do you think about like milk in tea? Like, what do you-
Yes, good.
Okay, yeah.
Except, well,
depends
milk.
on what. Yeah.
I
Okay, it
like
depends
almond
on
milk.
depends on what kind of tea you're drinking too. Like with blueberry is actually really good because it's like this like creamy
Mm-hmm.
kind of in moderation. But mine is actually just plain old English breakfast tea.
English breakfast tea.
It's
All right.
just regular old black tea. That's what it is. It's no flavor, but it's good. It's really good. It's just tea. That's what I think of when I think of tea. Vanilla tea is really weird.
vanilla tea. I don't think
We
I've
just
tried
said
that.
vanilla really differently, you and I.
How do you say it?
I say vanilla,
Vanilla.
like vanilla. I know that's not even making any sense, but it's like the whole milk thing. Milk. It's milk.
Milk? Who says milk?
My grandmother.
Really?
And a lot of other
Aw.
people get the milk.
Interesting. There's so many of these pronunciation debates. I've lost track.
But I
The
say
crayon,
vanilla.
crown, and crayon.
I say cran, like CRAN.
crayon.
Crayon.
I say crayon too.
Crayon.
It's probably wrong,
I
but
think it's crayon.
crayon. That would make sense because of the Y.
Okay. Do you say caramel or caramel?
Caramel. There's 2 A's.
Caramel. That's the caramel. Caramel. It's caramel. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the caramel doesn't make too much sense to me. So in 1971, Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin was first played live in Belfast, Ireland at Ulster Hall.
Wow.
So this song is ranked, I see it on a lot of top rock songs of all time.
absolutely.
It's always ranked in the top 10. A lot of
That
them have it
solo
number
is,
1.
Wow, it's incredible.
It's actually banned for most guitar
yeah, I know that
places
it's because of that one.
Yeah, because that's the one all the beginner
Was that in-
guitarists
have you
try
seen
to play.
Pulp Fiction?
No.
Okay, well they have a whole bit in that about that. But that was a song I used to when I was first learning drums. I used to play that so much. I know that song like backwards, forwards, and like it's insane. That's pretty much the only way you can know a song is backwards and forwards. But I played that so many times, just on repeat, just like trying to get it. And
It's
yeah.
like the hot cross buns of guitar.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a pretty intense hot cross bun. So.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so I love that song. That's cool. I'll have
Okay,
to tell my friends that.
definitely a good song. So 1946, Winston Churchill delivered his Iron Curtain speech.
Wow. A lot of things are happening today.
It's a lot of
We need to
big
make
time
something happen
historic-
today to go on in history now after this.
Definitely start a revolution.
I think
I don't
so.
know.
We're against who?
It's a good question.
Rot.
The
Revolution against the rot in their,
Oh no!
in their ways.
Do people protest outside the rot? For better
I'm surprised
food?
they're not.
I mean,
it's really
student
not-
activists.
Okay, if you go to the right place in the rot, I feel like you can get. There's some good things there. There really are, but it's usually one place, and they have good food on like a couple days of the week. So on the other days of the week, you're pretty much just like stuck with. I just feel like, anyways, I'm gonna stop talking about the rot. I talk about it way too much. Rot cookies, though, very good. Have you been to the Tilly at North?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been to Subco?
Yes.
Have you gotten a cookie at Subco?
I have not.
You should get a cookie at Subco because
Okay.
they're very good.
Okay, I'm gonna go get a cookie on the way to class in a couple hours,
Yeah,
and
awesome.
let you know what I think.
Oh, that's
All
the
right.
day.
So another huge historical thing, a lot of historical things today. 1956, the Supreme Court affirms the ban on segregation in schools in Brown versus Board of Education.
Wow.
So that's a really huge thing.
Yeah, that is
Obviously,
giant.
segregation,
Not good.
very wrong.
So that's pretty cool. Like you said, there's so many historical things happening today. That's awesome.
Definitely. Makes baseball a lot better too. Jackie
Mm-hmm.
Robinson. I love that documentary. I think Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, Jackie Robinson.
Oh yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
All the great African American figures. All right, guys, this is Still Unashamed by Tripoli and Tadashi. All right, guys, welcome back into the Get Up and Go show. So my new name is Rachel, apparently, and not Amy G anymore. So Garrett, I'm just gonna let you take this one and explain it.
I don't know if I can explain it, but essentially, Rachel was showing me an old photo of herself, and Rachel was. No, so basically, I'm sorry, I'm making fun of myself before I even tell the story. So Amy was showing me a picture of herself, and I started saying, Rachel, oh my gosh, Rachel, like, what are you doing? And so, and like, and I was so upset, and I don't know why, I was just like, Rachel. I was so confident.
You were so convinced.
I was so confident. I was like, Rachel, and then like, she was just silent, and I was just sitting there for a second, and I was like, Amy.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh my gosh. So that was upsetting. It was so upsetting. Like, I've been doing this for like over a month, and I can't even get her name right. I was so upset. And she didn't even say anything. Like, she didn't correct me. I was like, Rachel, and she was like,
I'm so used to people getting my last name wrong that I just don't say anything
she
anymore.
didn't say a thing. And I was convinced, and I was so upset, and
Maybe
I still
it'd be
am
better
upset.
If Rachel hosts the show, if she doesn't fall asleep during, of course.
I mean, her name
Rachel
isn't
will be
even
with us
Rachel
on
anyway.
Thursday.
So Patty. So
Patty.
my gosh,
Right.
somebody
Yeah,
just had
her
to
name's
fill the
Patty
role.
now.
Yikes! I'm so upset. You have full permission to like call me whoever you want me to. I'm so upset.
There you go.
That's I deserve that. Boo! I'm booing myself. That was bad.
I started saying this in real life now. I just wish I could play. I wish I had these sound effects like in real life where I could just play them.
I had this like
at any
sound
time.
effect, little like remote I used to carry around with me when I was little.
Was it the iCarly one?
No,
Do you remember that?
I'd never had like that actual thing, but
Okay.
I remember what you're talking
It
about.
was probably the biggest toy, like right before middle school, was the iCarly remote, and it would make all the sound effects that it did on the show.
That's awesome. No, this one was just like random other sound. Like, it was like a knockoff brand of like exactly what you're describing, essentially. And I used to carry it around. It was great. It was really fun. And then it got so annoying that my brother just broke it. Like, intentionally.
Oh, it's a great way to be sarcastic and dramatic.
Yeah, absolutely. So I need to get one of those again, just in class. Just dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so that was
Make
fun.
class more exciting.
Yeah, class survivable at 8:15. So
Definitely. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play our weekly game of Would You Rather.
would you rather? I'm looking forward to it.
So, speaking of breaking things, would you rather break the most valuable thing in your house or the most valuable thing in a store?
Do I have to buy what's in the store if I break it?
No.
Oh, really?
Well, yes, I guess so.
Wait, so I do have to buy it if I break it in the store?
I don't know. It's
'Cause
there's no rules to these
I know you can
things.
make the rule. Go ahead.
Yeah, there has to be a repercussion.
Oh,
I guess the
dang.
repercussion is getting yelled at by your parents or getting chewed out by a sales associate.
If I didn't have to buy it in the store, I'd do the store. But if I did have to buy it, probably my house then. I don't want to break anything. You're stressing me out. What about you?
I would. Oh man, my brother actually. Well, I don't know what is the most valuable. My brother has actually broken the most probably value things. I'd say the most treasured thing. My grandma, she made this ceramic tree, and it was like a light up tree, and we'd always put it. My dad would bring it with him to work every year and put it on his desk at work. And my brother knocked it over and shattered it one year.
Oh.
And he actually broke a pot a couple days ago, so he's already broken everything for me. So I'd have to go with the home. I did once. I broke a light bulb at Home Depot when I want to say I was 7 or 8. This is when I still lived in Florida, so probably more like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And I was really glad that we moved only for that reason. Like I didn't want to move, but I was like, you know what? They can't hunt me down for breaking that light bulb. I thought it was the end of the world. I was crying, and my dad's like, "It's okay.
It's a light bulb.
It's a light bulb. It's worth like 50 cents." But I
funny.
mean, when you're 6 or 7 and you break something,
Yeah,
you're
it's the end of the world.
the
Might
the
as well
fate
just-
of the world was in that light bulb.
Yeah,
and
might
I
have just
let it go.
quit now while you still can. Like what? It's funny.
All right, next one. Be able to turn something into reality by drawing it, or make something disappear by erasing it.
Oh man, you don't want me to draw anything, have it
Yeah,
become
that's
into reality. Like
Dangerous. My drawing skills aren't very
come on,
good.
I've
so.
seen your flowers. We would have a beautiful like bouquet already. Like tons of
It's true. I can draw flowers decently because
they're
that's
really
what I
good.
doodle all the time when I get bored, which is all the time.
Mine would be easily mistaken for like kindergarten's drawings, and like my handwriting is awful. No,
Don't
no,
make
I would
me,
have to
like-
erase something.
I always say all the time that I need more friends, so I'll draw like a little stick figure.
Oh.
Have like a stick figure.
Wait, but then it would like be like, okay, but if I draw a stick figure, will it appear as a stick figure, or
Yes.
will it appear
It'll
as
be
a?
like a black and white stick figure.
Oh man, that would be scary if I drew like one of my like my stick figures are even bad. That's how bad it is. So.
That I excel in stick figures. Stick figures in non-3-dimensional flowers. I can do.
Non-three-dimensional flowers.
Non-3-dimensional. All right.
What about a rose? How do you draw a rose?
Oh, that's pretty easy.
But it's
I
three-dimensional.
I draw it 2D.
Oh.
I don't add 3D aspects to it. I
Okay.
like drawing the rose from Beauty and the Beast with the glass and then the plate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
yeah.
the little snow falling.
Do you say with the plant?
The plant.
Isn't it a plant?
The rose.
Yeah.
No, it's just a single rose.
Yeah, I know. But you said the plant.
The plant.
You said with the glass and the
And-
plant.
The plate.
Oh, the plate.
Yes,
I'm
the
deaf.
plate.
Cool.
You might
Glad
be.
we figured that out.
Yes.
We're detectives.
Definitely. We've been watching too much Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is. Be able to disappear or erase someone's memory.
Oh, those are the disappear or erase somebody's
Yes.
memory? Oh. Oh, shoot. Because if you do something bad, you could be like, pow, and they'll forget.
Right.
Or you could just like disappear and then you're gone forever.
I think invisibility.
Yeah, visibility's
Yeah.
got to be pretty cool. Like just poof.
I'd have to say erase someone's memory. I've done a lot of ridiculous things.
Oh, true.
Probably the
Because I could just like erase the
Yeah.
whole Rachel
You
thing I just
could.
said. I could have been like,
Exactly.
bippity boppity boop, and then you would have like forgotten everything, and I could have said, "Oh, Amy," instead.
Right.
So,
If I had to erase one memory, probably this was 4th grade, and my mom would drive us to school,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we bring our dog, because our dog, he loves riding in the car. I think most dogs do.
No,
They
my dog
love riding.
hates it.
Really?
he is
It's the
terrified.
first
You
dog
say
I've
you say
ever
you want to
heard
go
of.
for a ride, and he starts shaking and runs upstairs
Oh,
and
does
hides
he
in a
think
closet.
he's going to the vet?
I don't know.
Is
He
that
just doesn't
why?
like it. But whenever you
Aw.
get to where you're going, he's happy. So
I gotcha.
he just hates the car.
My dog, he loves the car. And so we would bring him with us to school to help motivate us to get in the car and
Aw.
leave. And I accidentally let him loose. And so
In the car,
he-
or?
No, out of the car. So he was running like around the school building, and I was chasing him, and it was really embarrassing. And I
Oh,
got
man.
chastised when I
and
got
there's
into
like
school.
there's a lot of roads around there too. So
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yikes.
traffic on Candler's Mountain, where I went to high
Wow.
school. So
So wow,
he's alive though. He's good. He's okay.
Are you talking about your current dog or?
Current dog. Yes.
I thought you told me he was pretty docile.
He is very docile until he gets loose and then he runs around. But now he's older, so he doesn't really run away. We got him at the end of when I was in 3rd grade, and this was in 4th grade. So he was basically a puppy still.
Yeah, that makes sense. So he was just fired up and ready to go.
This was 10 years ago.
Wow. So yeah, it's funny.
He saw a glimpse of freedom and he took it.
So you would erase that memory,
I would erase that. There's also a couple other ones, but I don't think I'm willing to share some other stories.
Yeah, because you can't erase our memories. So
yeah, exactly.
We'll remember forever.
Right. Would you rather eat a raw Oh, wait. We did this 2 weeks ago. No, we're not doing that one.
Not again.
Would you rather give a random person complete access to all your social media accounts or lose all the content on your accounts?
It's basically the same thing, right? Wait, hold on. So will I have access to it while they have access?
No. You give them complete access. Complete control.
No, I mean, so I can't even control my own social media?
No.
Oh, I delete it then, because I mean, at that point...
So you would rather have all your content deleted, though?
Yeah.
Have to start over.
Well, because then it's not like I can use it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I would agree.
Yeah, I delete
Honestly, though, my social media accounts, I'm there for the content. I'm not there to contribute to the content. I'm there for the content already being contributed.
That's funny.
So I don't really tweet that often. All my Instagram photos are mostly terrible and they're on my phone. What? So if I lost all my content.
Wait, but you said they're on your Oh yeah, so that's fine because you have them on your phone. Yeah. That makes sense.
It's on my camera roll, which is way too long.
I don't even know what my Instagram is. It's just like this weird abstract pictures of Garrett not in like important moments of his life. It's just like random. It's really weird. I don't know what it is. Can't explain it.
Would you rather eat a spoonful of wasabi or a spoonful of mustard?
Wasabi.
No.
I hate mustard.
Wasabi is horrible. Have you had it?
I've had wasabi, but I mean mustard is nasty.
I would much rather do the mustard. I had Chinese international student friends, and they have the wasabi in a tube, and they would squirt it on crackers, and basically just squirt it in their mouths like it was a whipped cream can.
Ew.
And they once gave me a cracker with it on, and I had to like leave the classroom and go get water. It's so
hot, but I mean like I would rather burn my face off than have mustard in a spoon.
Wow.
I don't like mustard. Like I don't care if it's Dijon, honey mustard. I don't care. I don't like it. It's weird.
Wow.
So definitely wasabi.
What a take. Would you rather have your hair grow an inch every day or your nails grow an inch every day?
Wait, okay. Do they gradually grow throughout the day like my nails?
Yes.
I mean, nails would make more sense because you don't have to get a haircut like every day.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean? So that's enough. If I knew how to cut my own hair, it would probably be the hair, but
I'd easily go with hair. I've always aspired to be Rapunzel. So
there you go.
I'll grow my hair out really long and then maybe it'll glow when I sing.
There you go.
Would you rather this sounds a little mean. Would you rather listen to Nickelback or get an ear infection?
Same thing.
Nickelback, why are they the most hated band of all time?
I don't know.
Maybe just because they're Canadian? That's got to be it. People
I haven't
hate
listened
on
to a
the
whole lot of
Canadians.
Nickelback. Like, honestly, I'm going to be honest. But
I don't think it's that bad. Like, they're not great, but there's a couple songs that I'm like, that's not too bad.
Not terrible.
I don't get why everyone hates them.
Okay, but in all actuality, probably just listen to Nickelback.
Yeah.
Ear infection sucks.
Yeah,
so.
I like rock music,
That's
so
fine.
it's not too bad. Yeah, ear infections are the worst.
So
Definitely terrible. Would you rather walk into any movie theater for free or get unlimited free concessions?
walk into the movie theater for free.
Easy.
Yeah, because
It's called Sneak Snacks In.
sneak snacks in, exactly.
There we go.
In your purse. I mean, I don't have a purse, but I'm sure a friend would or something. Bring a backpack,
A jacket.
jacket, yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Agreed. So, movie theater for free.
Yeah, definitely. Would you rather listen to the same song for 24 hours or only be able to watch one movie an hour? Or no, sorry, one movie a year.
One movie an hour. No big deal. I'm not a oh shoot.
I think this is a bit lopsided. It should be more like one movie a month instead of one movie a year. I could not go a whole year only watching the same movie.
And and listening to one song for 24 hours isn't that bad. I mean, it's bad for like a day, and then it's like, great, now I get to enjoy the rest of the year, whereas the other one, you can only enjoy 1 year, 1 day out of the year. So.
Right. And when I hear a song that I like, I overplay it for 24 hours anyway.
Right.
So this is already on brand for me.
There you go.
But if I'd probably pick Milan if it was one movie every year. Ratatouille is my favorite movie, but there's no singing. If I'm gonna watch a movie, the only movie I can watch is one movie for a year.
So what
it's
you're
gotta
saying,
have
they need to
singing in
make Ratatouille a Broadway musical?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would star in that Broadway musical. Not that I have singing and acting talent, but I'd be the only one willing, probably. Beggars can't be choosers. Would you rather have a New York accent or a British accent?
You go first. I need to think about it.
British accent. British accents are awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of people with New York accents, though, and it's, oh, man, kind of jealous. Definitely British accent.
Yeah.
But that would get annoying, though.
Really?
But so does a New York accent, can be really annoying at the same time. Probably British, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah. British accents are awesome.
Yeah.
All the best actors are British.
Is that true?
It is true. Benedict
sure.
Cumberbatch.
What about Robin Williams?
Oh, that's a good point.
He's not British.
He's not British.
He was not British.
Very, very good actor.
Yeah.
Would you rather constantly hiccup or constantly yawn?
You just mentioned yawning. Dang it, my day is ruined. I have to yawn for the rest of the day. Well, I constantly yawn anyway, so I guess yawn.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be so annoying.
I don't think I ever hiccup. I probably haven't hiccuped since I was like 8. Is that normal?
Oh, no, that's not normal.
Oh.
That's really weird, actually.
Oh, okay.
Why
Well,
not? Like,
I guess
you never
I
hiccup?
have a perfect diaphragm or something. I don't know.
Well, aren't you special? What does that mean? You haven't hiccuped? You've never hiccuped since you were 8?
I can't remember the
What's
last
that,
time
10,
I
11
hiccuped.
years?
Yeah, 11
That's
years.
not normal. Oh, my gosh.
Would you rather have the voice of your 5-year-old self or the height of your 5-year-old self? I think both of these are the same. I think I'm just as tall as I was when I was 5, and I have the same voice that I had when I was 5.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm not sure I could really choose either of
That's
these.
probably a really tall 5-year-old. But, probably gonna go with, I could not take myself seriously if I had that high of a voice, honestly. I'm gonna have to go with height.
Height.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree. with-
I just have dwarfism or something, so there you go.
There we go. All right, guys, this is the Gray by Thrice. All right, guys, welcome back into the 90.9 The Light Studios. Amy G / Rachel
Rachel.
Alongside Garrett here. So we talked about the Enneagram and
Yes.
the Myers-Briggs. So you took the Enneagram over the break, and
I
I took
did.
the Myers-Briggs.
Yes.
So go ahead and share, what's your Enneagram number?
I'm most likely a type 2 or a 6, but I seem to be a 2-wing 3.
2 is the helper, the caring, interpersonal type, demonstrative, generous, people-pleasing, and possessive. I put 1 for you. I thought you were the reformer, principled, purposeful, self-controlled, and perfectionist.
No, not at all. What's 6? What does 6 mean?
6 is the loyalist. So you're engaging, responsible, anxious, and suspicious. So maybe that's where the detective part comes in.
Dang,
So
this is
are
intense.
you're a 2-wing 6?
Huh?
You're a 2-wing 6?
No, I'm a 2 or a 6.
2 or
and
a
then it
6.
says, taking wings into account, I seem to be a 2-wing 3. I don't
2.
understand.
Okay. Wing 3 is like image driven, or you're very conscious about image,
Yeah.
and you're pretty adaptive and
What is-
excelling.
Wait, so what is the wing? What is I don't understand.
A wing means you have that number tendencies, but you're not fully.
Okay.
It's like having a degree in chemistry and a minor in like marine biology. Your
That's
your
interesting.
minor is like a 3. That's
Huh.
I guess the best way to describe
It
it.
says, to determine your true type, you might want to start by considering the types with the highest scores below. Oh, yeah. So, wow, that's actually really strange. Yeah. So it was type 2, I got 12. Type 6, I got 12.
Okay, so you're about even.
Yeah. Type
You
4
are
was
even.
10.7.
Okay.
Type 3 was 7.7. Type 5 was 7, and type 7 was 3.
Okay.
Number 1. Wait.
Type 7 is distracted and scattered. So spontaneous, versatile.
What is 4?
4 is that's what I am, the individualist. You're
Okay.
expressive, dramatic, and a little bit temperamental.
What is 3?
3's the achiever. That's the image conscious beauty type 1.
Beauty.
Beauty.
What about 5?
5 is the investigator, perceptive, innovative, secretive, and isolated.
Yeah. 1 wasn't even on here for me.
Really? Okay, so I was dead
I have
wrong.
everyone. Wait, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but no 1.
So I took the Myers-Briggs, and
Yes.
I was an E for extroverted. I for intuitive.
Yeah.
T for thinking, and P for prospecting. We are dead opposites.
Yeah, we're actually
exact opposites.
because I'm introverted. Well, we have the N. Wait.
Oh,
Wait. What is
I.
N? What is I?
Intuitive.
Wait. What's N then?
My one for opposite is observant. We must have had different tests. I don't know what N is. Maybe that's the same thing.
I think N is intuitive.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Then we have one in common.
Yeah, we have one. It's IN, and then what's your other one?
T and P. T for thinking over feeling, and then P for prospecting. I got
yeah.
hardly any judging at all.
Yeah, I have feeling and judging. And so I'm introverted, intuitive, feeling and judging, and you are extroverted.
I got 97% extroverted.
That's so crazy.
I'm only 3% introverted. These tests are so cool though because they like expose stuff about yourself, and sometimes you don't want to hear it, but it's true.
Right.
I need to look up all the cons to these things later so I can
Right.
be a better person.
Wait, so how do you see the cons too? Because they're not really giving me much to go on here. As far as my
You
wings.
just gotta look it up. Like you're mostly 2, right?
2-6 or 2-wing 3. I don't know, but whatever that means.
Your unhealthy levels are you can be manipulative and self-serving, domineering and coercive, and you're able to accuse a lot.
Oh.
Bitterly resentful and angry.
Oh. Okay.
That's level 9 though, so that's the extreme unhealthy.
Okay. What
levels.
about 6? What is 6?
level 6? Oh, hold on. Okay.
What is level 6?
6 was the loyalist. That means you're committed, you're engaging, responsible, anxious, and suspicious.
What are the negative aspects of that?
negative of loyalist? Well,
Do
I
they
guess
have like specifics, like nings, like negatives?
your
or-
level level 9 is hysterical. Hysterical, seeking to escape judgment, feeling persecuted. You can become self-destructive,
Wow.
and you feel that your security is ruined, and then you become panicky and volatile.
Wow. That's intense.
A lot of this is the level 9 stuff is really intense. Your average levels, you tend to compensate for your insecurities, resist having more demands made on you. You invest a lot of time and energy into what you believe will be safe and stable, but you are organizing. So there's your
That is
your
interesting.
healthy levels. You're self-affirming, which is good. You have trust in yourself and confidence in yourself. Strong emotional responses. You elicit strong emotional responses from others. And you're dedicated to individuals and movements in which they deeply believe.
There you go. That's
So,
something.
So it's not all bad.
It's not all bad.
Not all bad. It's better than mine. Apparently, I'm self-obsessed and temperamental. So I guess I'm going to have to work on
Well,
that.
I'm hysterical, so it's okay.
Hysterical. Oh, that.
No, but like, it's so weird doing some of these questions because if you don't know, they just get so intense, and you're like,
Yeah.
I need to like look inwardly.
I just almost want someone to take it for me.
Yeah.
Like a self-analysis. I feel like I don't know myself as much as
Yeah.
other people might know me. Like
Interesting.
how I
Or
come
how you
off-
come across. Yeah.
Yeah, how I come across from other
Interesting.
people like might be different
But
from how I
sometimes
perceive
people like don't
myself.
have the same kind of like person on the inside that they
Right.
show on the outside.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you really can't have someone else take it for you.
Yeah.
But I freak out a lot because the test, it's like little bubbles, like a disagree and agree. And I'm like, how do
There's
I
it probably in the
Yeah.
Enneagram.
do I agree with it like one bubble to the right or two bubbles to the right? Like, which bubble do I choose, kind of thing. Like, do I agree
for
with
the
it
one
a
that you
lot
did?
or only agree with it some? Yeah, that's how the Myers-Briggs
that's
was.
weird.
I don't like the little bubble system. I might
The
have to
little
take
bubble
it
system.
a couple times to see if I get the same one.
Well, I think it kind of works in a way that, like, you know, because it's a lot more than just like a yes, no, or maybe. It's like yes, but like sort of.
It's a
you know what I
little
mean?
bit
Like,
more descriptive.
yeah. So who knows? You know, it means something.
Yeah, hey, multiple personality day.
Yeah.
What a day. What a day.
In celebration.
Definitely. All right. So I saw a couple weird news stories this week. So this headline was man survives on Taco Bell hot sauce packets while trapped in the snow for 5 days.
Wow, that's.
He was stuck in his car during a snowstorm. Got stuck before being rescued by a man with a snowmobile and his dog named Ally.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, but that must have been hot, like without water or anything. I guess you have like tons
the
of snow. I
snow.
mean, I have like so much snow. So
Unless there was too much pressure and he couldn't open the door, but yeah. I think
maybe open the window, maybe.
I love this stereotype though, because every single person has hot like sauce packets, napkins, and straws in their glove compartment.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there's no universal truths or absolutes. Every single car.
That is the
I've
universal
never
absolute.
been in a car that doesn't have those three things. I'm sure I think
sauces
ketchup.
might get a little weird if you leave them
Or
in
like
for like too long.
I have ketchup packets and straws, and I have all that stuff in my glove
No,
compartment.
I have everything
need to
except
probably
like
clean it out.
the packets though. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah. That's interesting to me.
Maybe it's just a family thing. I don't know. I
definitely have like the straws and the napkins.
Sauce is probably in my car too.
Wow, that's intense.
I think this guy should get free Taco Bell for life. You
Yeah,
know the
honestly.
Chick-fil-A commercials where the customer does something and they're on that red couch.
Did you see that one? This was like a year ago or something, where some guy tweeted out that he wanted like free nuggets for life from Wendy's.
Yes,
and then
I think that's the most retweeted tweet ever.
Yeah,
he needed,
yeah.
Like 18 million and he
It was
got
ridiculous, and he got it.
That's
and
insane.
how cool is that?
That is awesome. There was one that I got behind. A lot of hockey teams have organists, and there was a petition to put organists in baseball. So this one guy wanted to be an organist for the Colorado Rockies. I was like, that's so cool. Like playing this giant loud piano in front of like the 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Probably way more than that.
People are probably gonna get really upset
Go live your dream, bud.
People are probably gonna get really upset that you called an organ a piano.
I mean, it's just like a piano with more decks, right? Essentially.
And pipes that make
Right.
not piano sounds. That. So.
Well, I need to be more versed in musical instruments, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But when the rescuers were asked what about him when they found him, and they said that he was in good condition but hungry.
I'm good, but I'm hungry. Well, I think it would
kind
be
of
after.
obviously.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the questions like, what 3 things would you bring if you were stuck on an island?
Hot sauce,
and I think
napkins,
we
and
just
straws.
all have to say hot sauce.
Well, you
now.
could.
Who knew?
And straws so you can drink the hot sauce.
Drink the hot sauce.
That would be terrible.
That's so gross. Yeah, who knew?
He's
Taco
probably
Bell hot
never
sauce
gonna want to
packets.
eat hot sauce again, ever.
They used to have, I know, on the Taco Bell hot sauce packets, they used to have pickup lines on them, and you could like hand them to people. So I guess Taco Bell helps you find a date and helps you stay alive.
There you go, staying alive. Thank you, Taco Bell. See, Taco Bell can
Exactly.
fix everything. I ate so unhealthy when I was here for Newsies. Like, I have no idea how I'm not like 300 pounds right now.
Good
Like,
metabolism, I guess.
maybe. Like, the name of the game was Taco Bell and Domino's. That's all I'm saying. Like, way too off. Like, really often. So, it was really bad.
Yeah, Taco Bell might be the 8th wonder of the world.
Eighth wonder
I mean,
of the
most
world.
of the wonders of the world are just statues.
Yeah, we need some variety.
What did statues ever do for us?
Yeah, what did-
Taco
we-
Bell
we
gives
did-
us like 7 for $4.
7 for $4.
That's what those deals are now.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think Wendy's or someone started them, and now all the commercials are just them trying to outdo each other with the like 10 for 4 deals.
Yeah, right.
It's fun. So second news, the Jonas Brothers, they made a triumphant return. This is such a genius marketing strategy,
It
though.
is.
Like, they put out their last song was like 2010,
Mm-hmm.
and then basically 9 or 10 years later, they just randomly come back.
It is so.
And the
It is
internet
amazing.
went so crazy. I was never a Jonas Brothers fan,
Me
but
neither.
it's just kind of interesting to me
Still
to see
not.
a band like come back.
Yeah.
I can't name one song.
Me neither.
I've never watched the show.
So yeah, that was really, like you said, a really genius marketing strategy because
Definitely.
everyone's like going insane.
And they're getting their own documentary. It's so funny to me that Queen, the British boy band, rock band, they just got a documentary. They've been around, or they were around in the 70s, have a top 3 rock song of all time, and they just got a documentary. But then the Jonas Brothers
They're getting their-
are getting theirs already. So,
Insane.
are you a boy band person?
No, no, not at all.
I don't.
I'm the
just
kind
Led
of guy who
Zeppelin
likes
and-
songs that you can't like find. You hear it in a video and you're like, I like that, and then you try to look it up and go on all of the forums on
Subreddit.
subreddits and everything, and you can't find it. Definitely didn't happen ever, but I'm upset, a little upset.
You'll find it eventually.
Maybe.
Reddit is very helpful.
They are very
Whenever
helpful.
I have
I mean-
a question, I go to Reddit.
Exactly. I'm looking for it. I don't think anybody's said anything back, but if they have, I'm literally gonna like owe them my life because it's really sad that I can't find the song.
I'm
Yeah,
more
nothing
of
yet.
probably an individual artist kind of person. Like Frank Sinatra's my favorite
Yeah, I like
musician
him.
of all time. I love Frank Sinatra.
I don't know if I'd say he's my favorite, but definitely in the top. I love him.
The energy, though, if One Direction comes back, the energy for that
man.
is going to be insane.
That
I
can't
was
happen.
always so
That
annoyed.
can't
about
happen.
One Direction. It's going to. They're going to make, if they go on tour, I think One Direction holds the record for most money on a tour.
Really?
They own like all the tour records. The last one they went on shattered any record. And they're going to shatter their own records again if they come back on tour.
I really
Why
hope
not?
they don't.
People are driven by money. Money and power.
Yes, that is very true.
They'll come back eventually. There's already so many calls for it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, Big Time Rush, do you remember them?
I didn't even see that. I don't even know what that is about.
Really? Okay, the songs were really stupid, cliche, but there was a TV show on Nickelodeon, and it was one of the funniest TV shows I've ever seen. I don't know why I thought it was so funny.
What was it
just
on?
Was.
You said
It was on Nickelodeon.
what was it about though?
It was okay. I think why I liked it so much. So it was 4 guys and they played hockey in Minnesota, and then they get recruited to come into LA. I think I liked it so much because I liked all the hockey references, and they would play hockey on it. So I was like, oh, they sing, they make jokes, and they play hockey.
I was
perfect
never
show
a
right
big
there.
TV person, like other than like animated like things when I was like little. So I missed out on all like the cool Disney things and like Nickelodeon. Something I did watch was Good Luck Charlie, but there's no
Good
tour
luck,
happening.
Charlie. Yeah, no tour for that. If they were smart, Good Luck Charlie, they do the kid growing up and like watching the videos to help her, as a teen. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's fair. That would
Like
be pretty cool. Yeah, like a
Grown Up
reboot.
Charlie.
Yeah, grown up
a
Charlie.
reboot. Everything gets a reboot nowadays. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys, this is Run for the Lights by Isaac Hopes. And when we come back, we're gonna play a little game of Jeopardy, and hopefully Garrett will perform better than
Probably won't.
last week.
This is Jeopardy!
All right, guys, welcome back into the 90.9 The Light studio for the Jeopardy segment of the morning show. My name is Amy G, joined alongside Garrett, and a special guest, Paul Vandenbosch, former member of the 90.9 The Light staff, afternoon rush show, overtime show.
Way back in the day.
Way back.
It feels like forever. I'm walking around. I almost got lost coming here because I didn't know where to go. I walked around that big walkway that comes from Green Hall all the way to the new Divinity School Tower, and I was like, "What is this? This whole campus is so different."
Since when you guys graduated.
It's nuts. It's great to be here with you guys, though. I heard you guys on the way in. You're sounding great.
Great. That's a good sign.
Definitely.
You missed my whole. I called Amy Rachel for about 10 seconds the entire show. It was awful.
You can all call me Rachel now. This is my new name.
Rachel.
It's never getting forgotten, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's never
I'm
getting dropped.
Count Dooku. You're Rachel. So it's all right.
Oh no.
I missed a whole lot then in that case. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, Rachel, I'd like to point out that it's not normal to not hiccup since you were 8.
You should go get the
I
checks.
actually looked this up, and the reason why you hiccup, it's because air rushes and hits your voice box, and then your vocal cords close suddenly, and then you hiccup because your diaphragm gets irritated. You can also hiccup from feeling really nervous or excited, or your stomach feels irritated. So I guess it's a good thing that I don't hiccup,
I
it
mean,
is a little
I mean, good
weird.
for you. I wish I didn't hiccup. I hate
it's
it.
a little weird. It's one of those things where you bring it up and then you end up doing
Yeah,
it
like by the
later
end of the
that
show today, you'll be
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah,
At some
exactly.
point.
As I said, she ruined my day by even mentioning yawning, because once you hear yawn or see somebody
Yeah.
yawn, you just keep yawning. So
Uh-huh.
that's the rest of the day for
Exactly.
me.
Repetitive.
Thank
It's
you.
a terrible vicious cycle.
Exactly. All right, guys. So the way we'll play Jeopardy is you're each going to have a little noise. Paul, you can be buzz. Garrett, you can be beep.
So I have to say the word buzz, or do I make a buzzing noise?
Either or. Just say
Okay,
the word.
Say
okay,
buzz
okay.
is
I'll
faster.
say. I was gonna say I can do
do
sound
either
effects,
one.
but if you want to differentiate, okay.
Yeah. And so, Paul, we'll give you control of the board first because you're the guest, and then if you pick the category and the dollar amount, the other person can answer. So
right.
you just got to say your noise, and if you get it wrong, the dollar amount's erased or like negative points. And there will be daily doubles. I was informed. I used to call it double Jeopardy. It's called daily doubles.
Daily doubles.
The double
So,
Jeopardy.
I'm gonna
Not quite the same thing.
not quite the same.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try not to make fundamental mistakes in the first perfect Jeopardy
Let's-
game on the morning show this
let's do
semester.
that.
All right. So your categories are cooking lingo, Let It Go, which Paul is our Disney song category. It's the name of a Disney song, and you have to match it to the movie.
Oh, I like that.
Famous paintings. You Got Games on Your Phone, which is video games app version. And then movie production companies. So there's $100, $200, $300, $400, and $500 amounts. So
Okay.
Paul, why don't you go ahead and pick a category?
So, what was that first category again?
The first category is cooking lingo.
Cooking lingo. Of course, you would come up with cooking lingo. And what are the dollar amounts?
100, 200, 300, 400,
Okay.
500.
Let's go. I'll do Let It Go for 100.
All right. Remember Me.
Remember me.
I honestly have
Remember
no
me.
idea.
Oh man.
This is a little.
I
This
don't-
is the
I don't
100?
Yeah.
She has a tendency to like put the 100 and 500
If
back.
it makes
I'm
you guys
upset with
feel
myself
better,
already
this is one of the
because-
most viewed songs Disney-wise on YouTube. It has
That makes us feel
almost
better?
100 million
This is gonna
views.
make me feel worse
Can you
because
say the title again?
Remember Me. It's a little bit newer. I'm surprised.
I want to venture a guess, but I don't want to be in the hole to start out.
right.
All right. That was from Coco.
Oh,
haven't
I
even
watched
seen
that
that.
too.
Yeah.
I watched that a few months ago.
It's the
Dang
one
it!
he sings on the stage
I
to
right.
try
have an
to win the
excuse.
contest.
I have an excuse. I haven't even seen that. So
Did
that's
you
fair.
watch that, Amy? Have you seen
Yes.
Coco? Okay, it's a pretty good movie.
It was very good.
I
I
thought
liked
it was
that.
pretty good. I liked it personally. I think I liked it better than Moana.
Oh, definitely.
I have to say,
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
Moana was a
Really?
little disappointing.
I
Wow,
like a
that's
lot of
disappointing.
characters
Yeah.
in a movie. I like when it's cluttered with characters. In Moana, it was just the Rock and then the princess
and the chicken.
And right,
And the
Yeah,
stupid
and hey,
chicken. Or
hey,
was it a
hey.
chicken or was it a rooster? I don't know. It was some sort of chicken.
It was kind of
hey.
The chicken was my favorite part, personally.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
so since none of us do I get to go again?
Yeah.
Okay,
you
so
get
let
to
me
pick
do
a
Let It
card.
Go for 200. Let me try again.
All right.
Let It Go for 200. All right. When will my life begin?
Beep. That would be from. Shoot, I'm just naming the movie.
Yes.
Tangled.
It is from Tangled.
I wanted
Very
to say
good.
Rapunzel, and I was like,
Yeah,
that is
no,
not the name of the
that's-
movie.
I could hear the song in my head. I'm like, wait a minute, who sings it? Wait, who sings it?
Yes, that
Well
is
played.
like literally the opening song in Tangled.
That's true. It is.
All right,
yeah.
Garrett, you have control of the board.
Oh, awesome. Let's go. Let it go for 300.
Arabian Nights.
Buzz.
Bing. I think you got it.
I think you got it, Paul.
I'll go Aladdin.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
there we
is. It
go.
is Aladdin.
Bing
Also, the
isn't
opening
even my
song.
There,
Noise.
another opening
That
song.
was
There you
sang
go.
by Robin Williams, which I just found out
Really?
the other day.
Is he
Yeah.
so he plays the old man or whatever?
genie.
The genie?
No, he plays the genie, but he sings that song,
Yeah,
the Arabian
yeah,
Nights.
he sings that song.
Because the old guy is the one
Yeah.
that sings it.
Is he actually?
Yeah, right.
I can see because
Does he
Robin
actually-
Williams is very talented.
Does he
voice
actually
actor.
play the old guy himself?
That,
in
yeah,
the rest of the-
Probably.
Yeah, because
He
he's
probably just does a
well known
different
for his role
voice.
as the genie.
Oh yeah.
Which is why I'm hesitant to see the live action Aladdin because
Yeah,
Will Smith
me
is the
too.
genie,
Will
Smith,
sort of.
right?
Yeah.
And have you seen pictures of that? He looks
Yes.
creepy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
it
he looks
looks-
weird.
It looks bad for the budget they
It's
have
like a
for
jacked up
CGI.
Smurf. I don't like it.
All right, Paul, you still have you have the board.
Let's do Let It Go for 400.
Strangers Like Me.
Buzz. Tarzan.
That
I
is
haven't
Tarzan.
seen Tarzan.
That might have the best soundtrack of any Disney
hands
movie.
down. Well, maybe not
So
hands
good.
down, but it is.
Yeah.
I think it is the
It-
best.
debatably.
Phil Collins can't beat it.
Phil Collins went off for
Yeah.
us, just for us.
Just for
like,
us.
I feel so appreciated.
Like
Yeah.
Phil went 110%, gave his all
On
just for that
Tarzan, right?
movie, and I'm
Yeah.
just
definitely.
I'll always love him for that.
All right, Paul, you're in the lead with 700. Garrett, you have 200, and Paul, you have the board.
Let's finish up. Let It Go 500.
I won't say I'm in love.
Buzz.
Oh my god.
Hercules.
It is Hercules.
Yeah.
Man.
That is did you like Hercules?
I
I
like
saw that like
Hercules.
really early on in my childhood and haven't since. But I have to
Okay.
say I liked Hades a lot.
Okay. Yeah. See, I thought Hercules was a pretty good movie. Well, no, nobody
Definitely.
in my family really likes Hercules, but I thought
Really?
it was a pretty good movie.
Coffee House, I think, is Disney related this year, and I
Really?
think the LU Praise team should do Zero to Hero because that's such like a gospel choir style song.
That's
Zero
true.
To Hero.
Right, that is
if
true.
they don't perform that, we have to cancel Coffee House forever.
Cancel
Coffee House is
Forever.
finally Disney movie themed. It took them long enough.
Boycott it.
Definitely.
It's great.
All right, Paul, you have the board. I'll repeat the rest of the categories. Cooking lingo, famous paintings, you got games on your phone, and movie production companies.
Let's do. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Let's do cooking lingo for 100.
Oh lord.
All right.
I'm gonna
to
regret this.
strip off or pull away the outer covering of a fruit or vegetable.
Bing.
Buzz. Oh, I think you
Garrett.
Peel.
I was really hesitant. I was like, it can't
This
be
is
that
too
easy.
easy.
Some of,
right.
some of these are going to be like, I feel like there's a more technical response.
I'd also like to
this.
say that Bing isn't even my noise, but it just keeps coming out every time I answer.
You can just be big.
I
now. It's
I
fine.
almost said Bing one of the times. If I say Bing, does
Yeah,
that count
that's-
as my
Yeah,
sound
yeah,
effects? Still
yeah.
okay. All right.
Just make a noise. I recognize you guys' voices over the word anyway.
Shout
so.
into the microphone in some
Yes,
way.
Scream.
exactly. All right, Garrett, you have the board.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm afraid to go for 200 because I know it's gonna jump to something I just don't know. All right. Let's go for. All right. That's the only one I would have the chance of knowing. So cooking lingo 200.
To work dough with the hands by folding it over itself and pushing down and away with the heels of the hands in a rhythmic motion.
Buzz. I was waiting for the end of the question. I'm like, oh, it's almost over. Need.
It is
Need.
Dang it. I was like, I thought it
Need
was
the
so
dough.
much sooner than it was.
And I could kind of look
was
over.
like-
I could see it forming on Garrett's lips, like he was getting ready to, but he didn't. Let's keep going with the category. 300 in cooking lingo.
To chop into small cubes.
Oh, Buzz. Dice?
It is dice.
Wow.
That
Good
makes
job.
so much
More than I
sense.
thought. I can't do most of these things, but I at least know what they are.
Yeah.
400 in cooking lingo.
Rapidly beating ingredients to incorporate air and produce expansion, as in heavy cream or egg whites.
Buzz. Whisk. No!
It's not whisk.
What else would that be?
I don't know. You said the word whip in the question,
Yeah,
so I
say-
thought
say it
that's
one
what
more
it was.
Did I really? Oh, I can't go back.
Can I swoop in?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Go
go
on,
ahead. Please
Bing.
do.
Whip.
It is whip. Did I say it in the question?
Read the question again. I'm almost
I can't
positive you
go
said
back.
whip. You can't. Oh, I thought you said
it's
whip.
a simulation thing. I put in
Hey,
the questions.
hey,
that went to
hey,
the
something-
board.
hey, I'm pretty behind so far, so I think it's.
Yeah, but I just
There's your
dropped
softball,
400.
Garrett.
You have got the board now.
You have
I
the
do
board,
have the
Garrett.
board. I do have the board.
Paul,
do we
you
have?
have 1,300, and Garrett, you have 700. So Paul
Okay.
still has
Okay.
a 600-point lead or dollar.
Okay,
lead.
let's go for movie. Is it movie company?
Yep, movie
For
production
one
companies.
movie
Yeah.
production company for 100.
Wonder Woman, The Dark Knight, and Green Lantern.
I.
Buzz. Oh, I actually regret doing this now.
You gotta say
DC
something.
Comics.
Yep.
Okay, all
I
right.
was gonna say that,
I was
but
like,
I
is
thought
that
it
a
was
movie?
another company.
Yeah. I'm like,
right.
is that a movie? Okay, all right. I think I get the.
Yeah, yeah,
all right,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
get the point now. So that was movie production. Let's
Yep.
do movie production for 200.
All right.
Coco, A Bug's Life, and Up.
Buzz. Pixar.
It is Pixar.
Interesting choices from the Pixar category too.
Yeah, that's what
didn't
threw me
wanna
off.
say-
I was
I
like-
didn't want to say like Toy Story, Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Those are a little bit too.
That's true. That's
too
true.
Easy.
Would you say A Bug's Life and Coco? And what was the other one?
Coco.
Up.
Up's
It's a
a good
great
one.
movie. Up's a fantastic movie.
It starts
movie-
off really sad.
Yes,
good
but
movie.
it lifts you up. The
I think that's what
dogs,
makes
the
it so
talking
good.
dogs help
Yes.
a lot. Doug is the greatest.
Doug.
Let's go. Movie production 300.
Kung Fu Panda, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and How to Train Your Dragon.
Bing.
Oh.
Wow.
for
I
it.
think Garrett, you got that.
Well, I said it first, but let's see if I actually get it. Is it DreamWorks?
Yeah.
It is
wow.
DreamWorks.
Very good.
Good job. All right, you're up to 1,000. Paul, you're at 1,600. Garrett, you have the
Whoa,
board
I'm actually not that. Wow.
He's closing the gap. I don't like this.
within a
Uh,
stone's distance.
I'm afraid to go for the production company, so let's go for. Did we get all of the Let It Goes?
Yes.
got all the
Cooking Lingo
Legos.
still has the 500 left.
Ooh, I'm afraid. Let's go with Cooking Lingo.
Oh,
500.
no.
I'm gonna bring
risk.
myself down.
Risk. This Italian term is used to describe pasta that is cooked until it offers slight resistance to the bite.
Bing. Al dente.
Very
Wow,
good.
Yeah.
really?
I was about
Okay.
to say, you're Italian,
Yeah.
so if you don't get that, you should.
Wait a
you have
minute.
to
I'm
denounce-
surrounded by two
you
Italians in
have
the
to
cooking
denounce
lingo
your
category.
heritage.
All right.
Okay. That was I would not have known that one. Al
All right, Paul,
dente.
you have a slim $100
I don't like-
lead.
I don't like this.
All right.
All right,
Oh, shoot,
Garrett,
I'm still
you have-
here.
You have the board. You are still here.
All right.
not,
I
I
am. I'm avoiding famous paintings because
Yeah,
I'm like the
me
least
too.
cultured person ever.
Dang it. I know. I'm not going to get famous paintings, that's for sure. Especially if I can't see it.
Yeah, right. I'm actually gonna go. I'm afraid to touch production company till I have to.
Okay.
Let's do phone game 100.
This now deleted application involves the player controlling a bird attempting to fly between columns of green pipes without hitting them.
Bing.
Buzz. Oh.
Garrett,
Flappy Bird. Right. All
it
right.
is Flappy Bird.
Let's go. Same category. 200.
This 2009 game included slingshotting feathered creatures at green pigs, which was
Bing.
number
Oh.
one on the. It was
Amy, you can't pause.
It was number one on the app charts for multiple months.
Buzz.
You got it.
Angry
Alright.
Bird.
the
Angry
pause
Birds,
killed-
rather.
The pause killed me.
I
This
know.
was Angry
This
Birds.
involved feathery creature. Buzz.
All right, Paul, you have a $200 lead.
What is left in the movie production category?
400 and 500.
Let's do movie production for 400.
All right. Despicable Me, The Lorax, and The Secret Life of Pets.
Oh, Buzz. Illumination. There
It
we
is
go.
Illumination.
Wow.
Good job.
That was really good.
And we'll finish off the category movie production 500.
The Amazing Spider-Man, Hotel Transylvania, and Ghostbusters. This one's pretty hard.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not gonna get that one. I'm not even gonna try.
Oh, geez. I got to think of some, I don't know, 20th Century Fox. Yeah.
You just brought yourself down though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to give an answer anyway, though, don't I?
No.
No, you don't.
Oh, I don't?
No.
Wait a minute. You said I did.
No. You
Oh,
don't have
no,
to.
I was misled. I was misled. What sort of moderator are you?
You skipped an answer before, didn't you?
No, because she said, you have to say something. Oh, that's not. Oh, dang it. I just cost myself. Oh, well. You said I had to give an answer, Amy.
You made your noise. That's why I said you have to.
Oh, I didn't
The
have to
last
buzz in. Oh, I
time.
shouldn't have buzzed in. Why did I buzz in? Oh, dang it. Never mind. I don't know what I'm even thinking.
A grave mistake.
This is
That
what
one-
happens when you don't watch Jeopardy that often. I haven't watched that
still
show in
have a
I
lead,
think
forever.
though.
we
You have a 100
upgraded from
point lead.
Walmart Jeopardy
Okay.
to like
intense.
So I guess I still.
Supreme Jeopardy.
Supreme Jeopardy.
Yeah.
There
That
That
Teen
was-
Jeopardy's
yes,
the only one I
Sony,
get
by the way.
anywhere on anyway. So let's go. What do I have left?
You have games on your phone and famous paintings. Famous
hold up,
paintings
isn't that me
hasn't
now?
been touched.
Oh, do you? Because I got it wrong?
Oh,
Right?
Probably.
yes.
Actually, yeah,
'cause
you're
you
right.
picked the
All right,
question.
all right.
Yeah.
So let's go games on your phone. I don't even know the actual category's name, but that
Yeah.
one for
All right.
300.
This game involves an explorer who has obtained an ancient relic and is running from evil demon monkeys who are chasing him.
Buzz. Temple Run. Oh, I
Just
love
Temple
that
Run.
game. That was a great game.
Yeah.
That was. I remember Matt actually.
I'm glad
he-
these are classics.
Yes.
Yeah, no, excellent
Definitely.
choices for this.
Temple Run 2 came out, and
Yep.
my brother Matt made my mom pull into Lowe's so we could get Wi-Fi so we could download it on my iPod. We were on vacation.
You have got to be kidding
I'm not
me. Oh, that
joking.
is so,
That happened.
You know how many times I've tried, because for those that don't know, her brother Matt we went to school together and he's also my roommate. He literally, when we're driving places, he makes me drive just so he can find Pokemons and that
Pokemon.
stupid Pokemon Go. It drives me
They
nuts.
take my car and use my gas to go play Pokemon Go.
Oh my
and I'm like,
gosh.
guys, you're killing
I
the
know, I'm like, dude, you're
environment for
25.
Pokemon.
Come on. Grow
It's
up.
ridiculous. Yeah, they're insane.
Let's see. What do we have next? Games on your phone, and what is the next money amount?
400.
Let's do games on your phone, 400.
In this game, players take the role of a young graffiti artist and run through railroad tracks to escape from the inspector and his dog. As they run, they grab gold coins, power-ups, and can jump onto the trains.
I know exactly what you're talking about, but I have
yep,
no idea
uh-huh.
what it
Picture
is.
it.
Yep,
can't
I can
you?
picture it exactly.
I have
What
no
is it
idea
called?
what it is. I'm gonna sit on this one.
Yeah, no, me too.
Subway Surfers.
That's
Subway
what it is.
Surfer,
Yep.
yeah.
I could
Yep.
see the game in my head, but I couldn't
Yeah.
think of the name. I've seen
Man.
so many people play it.
Paul,
that
you
was-
have the board still?
That was for 400.
Yeah, that was 400.
All right.
Finish off the category, 500.
The player is the chief of a village in this game that tasks players to build their own town using the resources gained from attacking other players through the game's fighting features.
That is describing so many games.
I know.
It is, but this one was super popular.
I know exactly what you're
Super
talking
popular.
about.
The most popular one.
Buzz. I'm gonna give it a shot. Clash of Clans.
Dang
Oh,
it.
It is
okay.
Clash of Clans.
There's so many games like that.
This
You're
one
right.
was
So
huge.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that
big
was
when
a
it
big
came
This
out.
was like the Fortnite of that.
Yeah, the
Fortnite
of
couple
mobile.
years.
Very true.
Yeah.
Let's. We're on
You
a
guys
famous
have
paintings
to
are.
touch
Yeah.
famous paintings.
Okay.
We'll just,
Yeah,
we'll
you
just
have
go
a
down
production
the
company,
Okay,
list.
don't
famous
you?
paintings 100. Let's start off
All
there.
right. Mona Lisa.
Wait, do we have to name the artist?
Yes.
Oh, Buzz, Da Vinci.
It is Da
Gosh,
Vinci.
I know. I was like blanking. Like,
I was
hello.
like, how are you guys not getting that?
And we'll go
I can tell you why.
famous paintings for 200.
Sistine Chapel ceiling.
Bing.
God, I couldn't think of
Garrett?
my.
Michelangelo.
Yes.
All right.
It is-
Wow.
Yes.
I saw
Gosh.
you trying
I'm
to
literally. I
Michelangelo.
couldn't, I'm like, what is his name?
Not the Ninja Turtle Michelangelo, but
No,
the
yes.
actual
Yeah, yeah, the
Michelangelo.
real one.
All right, this is for 300. The Starry Night.
Buzz, Van Gogh.
Dang it.
It is Vincent
It's just
Van
like
Gogh.
one of the. You can see it, and
Yeah.
you're just like.
See,
Yeah.
you guys
It's
are doing
right
a lot better
there.
at this
Yeah,
category
that's
than
true.
you thought you
We're
would.
3 for 3 so far.
Yeah.
All right.
400.
400. The Last Supper.
Bing. Oh shoot.
You gotta say
Dang
something.
it. It's not Da Vinci. It's not. Or maybe it is Da Vinci. Hey.
Well, you actually said it in the form of a question too,
Yeah,
so that
you
actually
did,
makes it real
so I have
Jeopardy.
to count it.
Okay, I thought
don't-
Da Vinci too.
I don't
but
think
interesting.
Jeopardy, you're allowed to have the same person twice, but famous
That's why
paintings.
I was confused. I
Yeah.
was like, it
Famous
can't
paintings,
be.
I was like, there's only so many you guys are gonna get.
Yeah.
Do we not have production
That's
company?
fair.
Do we not have production company for 500?
No, that one was the Sony one.
So we're all
Sony
cleared
did
out?
Sony, that's who it
Ghostbusters,
was.
Ghostbusters, Hotel Transylvania, and The Amazing Spider-Man was all Sony.
So
we
we're-
have one left. 500.
And it's 500.
Famous
What is
paintings.
the score, if you please?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Paul, you have 2,900.
Okay.
2,900. Garrett, you have 1,600.
Oh, so this isn't gonna help me anyway.
You
No, well, wait,
Final
yeah.
Jeopardy.
Yeah,
Final
that's
Jeopardy
true.
is
All right,
Okay,
all right,
let's,
sure.
let's finish this off.
So you got that. All right, the Water Lily Pond.
Oh, I have no idea.
And your hint is, because this one's hard, is he was French, a French impressionist.
Oh, good. A
That's like
French painter.
every-
That narrows it
Yeah,
down.
right.
This is one of my favorite painters. I love, actually, Richmond, where you and Matt live, has a really, really good art museum.
I've heard of that.
one of my favorite
Oh, the Virginia Museum of
places.
Fine Arts?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
I've
I
never
have
been down
no
there.
clue what this
I don't
is.
know if they have this painting, but
No idea.
I'm not touching
this
that.
is
So he basically won.
Claude Monet,
Oh, Monet.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've
yeah.
never
the
even-
really
yeah.
famous impressionist. You'd
Yes.
probably reckon, if you saw the painting, you'd recognize it. Like you'd
Probably.
have
The
seen
only
it
Claude I
before.
care about is Claude Giroux.
Yes.
I figured if anybody would
Captain, my
appreciate
captain.
that.
Anyone who scores an overtime game-winning goal against the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Eagles Stadium
In
an
the
outdoor
stadium
game,
series.
when there's freezing rain, 30-degree weather, we were down 3-1 in the third period.
That was a
come
great
back and win.
comeback.
That was probably
That was their best win of the season,
yeah.
I think.
That was
so
probably one of
far.
the top 3 most memorable bowl games
Yes,
for me.
except for the fact that Carter Hart didn't play. I was very upset
Yes!
about
Oh,
that.
He had Nick Foles on his helmet and Carson Wentz on both sides.
If he had Nick Foles
the
on his
Father,
helmet and
the Son, and
played,
the Holy Spirit all
I
with
know.
him.
He would have
Oh,
thrown.
I was so
He would have had like
upset.
48 saves and not given up a goal. We would have beat him 4-0. But okay, so the
truly
final
tragic.
Jeopardy. What is the score again? Could
All right,
you?
so Paul, you have 2,900.
Okay.
So you can double. You can wager up to double. So 2,900. Garrett, you
have
have
to do that.
you have 1,600. So you can
Wait,
also
no,
double.
I straight up. Oh wait, I didn't answer for that. Wow.
Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah.
All right.
So all right.
So you didn't lose
the
anything.
category is countries. So go ahead and write down your wager.
Okay.
That's your final Jeopardy
Wait.
category.
Don't you rate their wager after we know the question?
No. No.
I'm
Countries.
gonna
You're
have to
gonna
do it
bet
all.
how well you know countries. Then I'll read the question and then I'll give you guys a song to think about it.
Okay.
Do you have your wagers? All right.
We have our
Yes,
wagers.
ma'am.
So the question is, this Central American country is the healthiest place in the world. Also the country where United States President Theodore Roosevelt oversaw the construction of a canal. So I'll give you guys, do you need a song to think about this?
Just give us the song for old time's sake.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do the song. All right, guys, we'll have the answer with you after the break. This is Lazarus by Tripoli. All right, guys, welcome back into the Get Up and Go show for the Jeopardy segment. So we actually just got a another guest in here, David Hoffman. David, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We actually played Sports Jeopardy on the
how did
show
that
on
go?
Saturday.
Oh,
David,
yeah.
why don't you tell them how it went? Negative $200.
It
Can't participate
It
in
was a
Final
slow
Jeopardy.
morning. Come on.
a minute. Is this the Vikings fan that didn't get the Vikings category trivia?
Hey, it was too early in the morning.
Man, that when she told me that, and you're wearing your Vikings hoodie now,
yeah.
so
I have no comment. I had other things on my mind.
No comment from David Hoffman. All right. So before the break, the category was.
I thought you crumbled up your
guys are
paper.
so
I was like,
nice.
come on, dude, it's not over yet.
Garrett is ready over here. Okay, so the final category was countries, and the question was: the Central America country is the healthiest place in the world, also the country where the United States President Theodore Roosevelt oversaw the construction of the canal. So Garrett, why don't you go ahead because you were down? Reveal your wager, and then reveal your answer.
You want me to give you my paper or just say it?
No, say it.
Okay, 1600 in am I giving my answer?
go
Okay,
for
and
it.
Panama.
All right, it was Panama.
Wow.
Good job.
Very nice.
So Garrett, you were up to 3,200, and Paul, tell the people your wager and your answer.
I wagered 500, and I also put Panama.
500. Okay.
Killed me.
Garrett, you actually won because Paul didn't wager
I said I wagered 500.
500.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're only up to 3,000.
Wait, I thought I had 2,900.
Oh boy.
Oh no, wait, you're right.
She's
Sorry.
doing it again!
Sorry. No, I ran out of room on the first
Oh.
paper and went to
man.
another paper, and then
I
I
wish-
pulled back.
So wait, did I win or did I not?
Yeah, you
No,
won,
wait,
you won.
hold on. Let me do some math.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't taken a math class since junior year.
What
high
sort
school.
of Cracker Jack show is this here that I'm being
Amy, we
shit?
were
Oh,
so
gosh.
close to moving
I
from the
know,
Walmart.
I know,
Moving
dude.
from
I
Walmart
was
Jeopardy.
like, I woke up this morning and I was like, no fundamental mistakes. We have to get through this Jeopardy.
We were so
And
close.
yet she makes a math mistake.
Yeah, and I still did. All
Where
right.
you'd least expect
so
it.
Paul, you are the champion.
There we go.
$3,400.
I'm glad I wagered. I wasn't
Garrett,
going
you have
to.
Hey,
3,200.
it's better than I did last time. Like 0 to
much better.
6,000.
I don't even think you could participate. You and David both over here with negative numbers at the end of
It
Jeopardy.
must be
Hey,
a
let's
floor
not
7
bring
thing.
that up again. I mean, come on.
It's a floor
Hey,
7
Hey, let's
thing.
get my
I think we
roommate on
need
here. We'll
to.
see what happens.
Oh yes,
Oh my-
definitely.
Just
Yeah.
ask them a bunch
What
of
a guy.
Vikings trivia and they'll apparently be stumped. I don't know how.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my word, that was probably one of the best Jeopardy games.
Can we
I
do
think.
I thought we did a pretty
Can we
good
do a
job
segment
there.
just on my roommate to see
Yo, yeah,
trivia
Jack,
on
what a
that?
guy.
A segment
Yeah.
just on the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, Jeopardy
Jack.
on Jack. Yeah,
Jeopardy on Jack.
Oh, Jack Jeopardy.
Jack Jeopardy. Yep.
There we go.
Approximately, how much sleep does he get in a day?
2 hours.
You could do like a know your roommate
Yeah,
segment. I know
exactly.
back when I had the afternoon rush with Matt and I, we did that like a how well do you know your co-host? That was interesting.
That would be something we got to
Okay,
do later.
Garrett, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's-
do that after
it
spring
is
break.
eye-opening. It is eye-opening.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And you have to write down the if Garrett, if you did it, you'd write down the questions to ask to your if you and Amy did it, you'd write down the questions
wow.
first. She'd write down the ones for you.
Okay.
Then you got to just get someone in here to
We gotta
moderate.
do this.
Yeah.
I think we have a
be
sports
Patty.
department group chat, which is literally just David, me, and then the sports director. And half of it, it's me ranting about some hockey or baseball thing, and then David not responding because he doesn't know hockey and baseball. And then the other half is just David giving roommate updates.
Yeah. It's usually just pictures of him sleeping until 7 p.m. So, or a
I
Fortnite
feel like that's
update.
such a
Jack
violation
thing.
of privacy.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Which, by the way,
maybe.
that reminds me. When we get off air here, I have to ask you several hockey questions because if there's anybody I ever
Yes.
need to ask hockey questions to, it would be you.
You guys go directly to me,
Yes,
and it's
'cause,
amazing.
yeah, your knowledge of hockey is far more extensive than mine. I'm a hockey fan, but not like you.
I live and breathe hockey. I watched 7 hours of hockey yesterday doing
So
camera
there's
work.
nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah,
There
how
is
was that
absolutely.
by the way?
It was amazing. I think it the rink chilled my soul because after I went to a church dinner and they had to give me a blanket because I just could not stop shivering.
I mean, spending
I
7 hours on
just
the
could
ice
not
will do
stop.
that.
I was so cold the rest of the day. My heat was on unspeakable levels in my car. Like if anyone else got in the car, they would have melted
Probably.
instantly.
And you were
I
just
was
beginning to
still
thaw.
Cold. Yeah, exactly.
Did you tell them your Mariah Carey story?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Mariah
Wait,
Carey
what?
story. So, you know, the PA, whoever does the PA, controls the music to the
Right.
rink. And one of the songs was All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Did they
And of
just play that like recently, or
Yes,
was this
that was
around Christmas
yesterday.
time? Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's not Christmas time.
In March
See,
4th.
Yeah.
he's the type of guy who won't let you listen during
No,
Christmas.
it's
What's wrong with
it's
you?
not
Take your
Christmas time.
He's the Christmas music anti.
As
over
I
here.
say that in a
I
studio
am
that is
the-
currently decorated with Christmas lights.
Yeah.
It's festive.
One
Come on.
of my dreams though is to I want to just publicly sing like a national anthem. I'll take on Fergie in the national anthem.
Hey,
Like
Oh,
You
we
could
always
win.
do that.
I would easily win.
That's
that.
a walk-off.
And
That'd be
so-
too easy. That's
definitely.
cake.
And so, of course, like I was singing. I'm not a good singer for anyone out there who's never heard me sing. I'm not a good singer by any means. I just think it's funny. I've done so many embarrassing things in my life. It's beyond the point of redemption. So I just express my awkwardness and express my
For anyone who's ever
extrovertedness.
heard you laugh, they definitely know
Yes,
that.
definitely. Which me and Garrett took the personality test because it's
Yes.
multiple personality. I got 97% extroverted. So I don't think
was
that's
intense.
I can see
possible.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
we're dead opposites on
we're
the test.
exact
Interesting.
opposites. Every single letter was dead opposite. It was insane.
Really?
But so I was, of course, like loudly singing to Mariah Carey, and the PA guy like jokingly hands me the mic, and I was like, "Are you serious?" Because I would sing over the PA system, and
That's
he's
what I
like,
said.
"I can't let you do that, though."
That was your
Oh,
chance.
so he didn't let
you
you
do
should
it?
have
No,
taken
it
it.
was
Your
just
gold
a
job,
joke.
and you.
But-
Threw it away.
I did.
I would have
threw
snatched the
away my
microphone from his.
shot
Well,
right
actually,
there.
I would not have, but you should have just snatched the microphone away from his hand and just started going at it.
Come on, you sure you don't want to do any like rapping on here or anything?
No. I've heard terrible things about
The
that
morning show,
on
they,
these airwaves.
They realize the greatness of the Tuesday Thursday show, and they're like, "All right, guys." They get together and they scheme with like in the dark with the flashlight.
Yeah.
and they're
I like to imagine
how do we
it's-
outdo the Tuesday Thursday show.
If you ever seen the
Live
GIF
rap.
or the meme of what's his name, Charlie Day, who's got the whiteboard, he's got all these numbers on.
Right,
He's got the
right.
crazy face. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
and
I
he's
got
got
you.
like it's exactly like that's what it is. They got this big board with circles and
Yes.
X's and O's on it. It's
Yep.
like this is how we
Yep,
best
They
them.
put together a whole playbook, a whole game plan
Yeah.
of how to defeat the Tuesday Thursday show. And
We
the
gotta-
best thing they came up with was freestyle rap.
I think we have
which
to have
I
a
could outdo.
Tuesday, Thursday,
I
Monday,
wanna
Wednesday,
take on
Friday
Daniel to freestyle rapping.
collab. What do you think?
We are doing a collab.
That's gonna happen now.
Yeah, and we're gonna cheat a little so you guys can win the Jeopardy.
Oh, we're doing Jeopardy.
yeah,
Oh,
no, we're not gonna
Oh,
cheat.
you'll have fun
Can
with
I get
that.
a? Can we get
I'm
like a
hosting
tap out?
Jeopardy game. A
Tap out? Yeah, and we'll get Paul in.
Yeah.
Here. He's like,
I think if you and I put our heads together, we
Yeah.
could probably run away with that.
Oh
you go.
yeah.
So
there were only like
I'm here
2
for that.
questions you guys didn't know the answer to. So I mean,
it's true.
23 out of 25.
we actually did okay
that's
on the
not bad.
paintings too. Which
It was a
I
surprise.
think that was
Yeah.
the one I was most worried about.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always want to do like one intelligent category, and the science one last week was kind of a dud. And then the American history 2 weeks ago was
Rachel just kept like
never
slamming
again.
me like the entire show, like during Jeopardy. It was awful.
Hey, did you know that James Madison purchased the Louisiana Purchase? Not Tommy
That
J.
wasn't me. That wasn't even me.
That was Rachel.
That was one
J.
thing.
What?
Tommy J.
Tommy J.
I like that. I
That's
like
the
the
first-
nickname
okay.
Tommy J. That's great.
It sounds like something you hear out of like some history teacher's like homemade rap to like help them memorize something.
yeah, right.
Tommy J.
Yeah.
My history teacher, my government teacher, senior year, actually would play like terrible rap history videos.
Oh,
like they
no.
have all those like Hitler versus like Stalin raps.
No.
No,
No, I mean-
raps.
they give me night
Yeah.
terrors to this day.
Well, they should. I mean, I think
Awful.
that it's one thing to do like the Schoolhouse Rock routine where you
Right.
make a song to memorize something.
The Bill song.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
guys
the
remember
Bill
that one?
song.
That one's a classic.
Yeah, the preamble Constitution
Yes,
song, like that stuff
definitely.
is catchy, but like they try to make it relatable
Stalin
with rap
and Hitler?
music. Like, no. Yeah.
Can you imagine your kid coming home and rapping about Hitler?
Yeah.
Stalin?
Yeah, it's like,
Today's
what am I
actually
paying for? It's
the death
education
date
you're getting.
anniversary of Joseph Stalin.
Today?
Wait, what?
Today
Oh,
is the
wow.
death date anniversary because I look up
Well, happy
the
anniversary then.
national.
Wait, did we not?
I didn't
read
say
that?
that one.
Why not?
Because it was death. And
There
it
were
was
so
sad
many
and
other history things today.
communism.
Because it was death and it was sad. I mean, it wasn't
And
really that
communism.
sad though. It
About
was Joseph
communism last
Stalin.
week. We couldn't do communism 2 shows in a row.
Yeah, too short because we
that's true.
we
I
decided
can't
that
betray
the internet
capitalism
is
like that.
the internet
Amen.
is
God's
divided
way of
up into
determining who is smart from, or no, who is smart from who is poor.
Yeah, that's what. No, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I
Ron
know what you're getting
Swanson,
at.
yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we decided that the internet was divided up into what was it?
It was Shrek, communism, and Shaggy memes.
Shaggy from
Yeah.
Scooby Doo. So that is the internet now.
And
Wow.
some
Yeah, it really
Star
is.
Wars prequel
So we
memes.
couldn't.
No,
Oh, no.
I just Matt religiously show you Star Wars memes.
No, he religiously speaks in Star Wars memes.
It's
It's driving me nuts.
It takes
He
a
quotes
while.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's rubbed off on me because we were talking about Sesame Street, right? And I was trying to talk about how it was educational, with the count, the count.
Oh, this is
And
great.
so I start
this is
talking and I
great.
start referring to him as Count Dooku for whatever reason. And I was like, education, Count
Speaking
Dooku.
of,
Oh, that's
Garrett, I have a
great.
story about this. So
All right.
me and my family, we love board games, and Matt came back this weekend. He loves all the games, and it's called Name 5. And so you get a category, and then you have to name 5. And one of the categories, I kid you not, was Sesame Street characters. And I was like, I want that category so I can say Count Dooku. And another category was actually ballet steps. And I
Ballet
was like,
steps.
Can I phone a
I
friend?
would excel.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
Absolutely.
But I didn't get that
Oh
category.
my.
Paul's probably really confused right
Yeah.
now.
I'm well, somewhat. I know her family really well, so I can see how this might have happened. But yeah, no, that's quite the game
Yeah,
night.
Paul's witnessed a couple interesting events in our family.
Yeah, my senior year at Liberty, I basically lived at their house,
did.
and it was mostly like I would always go over there and we'd watch the Eagles games,
Right.
Because I'm from near Philly, I'm a big Eagles fan, so we would always go over there and watch games, and I would just like live there basically. So I've seen and heard many things. Like
I
I
gotta
said,
say, I think the most iconic one was either when I dropped the cereal bowl on the ground and it shattered everywhere, and that was when you first met our family. So you're like, who's this weird girl dropping cereal bowls everywhere?
well, then you cackled for like 5 straight minutes, and I was like, my ears, I can't hear. And then your dad was furious. Oh man, that's my favorite thing is your dad lecturing you on being quiet, and
Yeah,
that's probably my
it's-
favorite pastime.
He says I could master every fruit of the spirit except for self-control. That one is just beyond me. I will never master that fruit of the spirit. But
Sadly
I think
true.
second biggest story. So there's a hockey team called the Calgary Flames, and I hate their uniforms. I think they're hideous.
Oh,
and they're awful.
yes.
And my brother is the biggest, not Matt, but our middle one who doesn't talk much. He would never come on here. He wouldn't come within a 10-foot distance.
He
of
wouldn't
this
be
radio
caught. I think he would be
station.
offended that his name was even mentioned
Yeah,
on
he
the show
really
at this
would.
point.
He definitely would be, but he's the biggest apologist of these uniforms. I think they're hideous and they
They're
need to go.
average, to be
And
honestly.
I said that they were bad, and he dragged me by the legs out of the room because he said I
Yes.
wasn't worthy to be in his presence. And I remember that. I think that was the first day we met you, Paul.
It was one of the first.
Your face was so funny.
I-
you were beside yourself.
I couldn't believe he was so upset that you had disgraced their uniforms, which was funny because I kind of agreed. I was like, they're average uniforms, but it was like she said that God wasn't real or something. He
Yeah.
cast her out into the night and banished her from the house because she did, she said
my
something
word.
bad about those uniforms. That was one of the first times I was over there, and I was like, oh wow, this and while she's being dragged, she's just dying of laughter. So that was hysterical. That was great.
If you can survive a day in the Garcia household, you can survive anything.
That's probably
You're
true.
completely prepared for life.
That's
from
probably
here
true.
on out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of the Garcias, okay, so I got a question for you, Paul.
Oh boy.
Have you heard of a hoagie?
Yeah.
I got a question for you. Have you heard of a hoagie?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, I'm confused. Have you never heard of a hoagie?
It's called a sub.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
see.
Let me explain.
No,
Yeah,
I had
Amy,
never
go
even
ahead.
heard of a hoagie.
What? Oh,
I
that's
just
very
I've never
common.
heard of that term until I met Amy. Hoagies.
I walked
Wait,
into
where are
the
you
station
from?
today.
I'm from Pennsylvania, but I did live
Yeah.
in Michigan
Wait a
before.
minute. Okay, time out then. Why are you a Vikings fan? Where from in Pennsylvania?
Gettysburg area.
What? I'm from Lancaster
okay,
Pitt
cool.
County. So, okay, we used to vacation in Gettysburg all the time. How are you a Vikings fan?
It's a good question. I was like 10 years old, and flipping through channels. Brett Favre was in the Vikings uniform.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like,
So you caught Brett Favre
Yeah.
era Vikings football, and that
Basically.
was post Randy Moss too, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a
Really?
weird time.
So that would have been, I'm trying to think, would that have been the year that they went to the NFC title game and lost to the Saints? Yeah. I mean, they were good that year. That was
Oh,
like
yeah.
Favre's last gasp. Interesting. So you didn't really have a football team before that,
Right,
then?
yeah.
You're okay.
We got to go back to this hoagie thing, though.
Yeah.
I walked in today because Garrett likes to make Instagram videos, and it's one of those Instagram things where you just put up a poll and you just type something. And I
Right.
typed hoagies, and he mentioned it in his video, and I was like, Garrett, we got to go to Hoagie Fest, like Wawa Hoagie Fest.
I was
He
just
didn't
there for
know what
Hoagie Fest.
Wawa was.
I'm from Connecticut. There's no Wawa
There's
in Connecticut.
no Wawa
so
in Connecticut, which is
man.
I need to weasel my way
Establish-
into the Wawa company and
This is
establish
just-
one in
Establish
Connecticut.
one in
Hey, they make
Connecticut.
good money. If you're like a manager of a store, you make good money
Yeah.
doing that. But
that's my new dream.
in
is to
because
own
you
a
guys
Wawa.
you guys still don't have a Wawa around
Hoagies.
here, do you?
No, the closest one is right by you and Matt's apartment. That's the closest one,
This
2
is
hours
really,
away.
really sad
Yeah,
news.
it's
Because
tragic.
see, I live in Richmond, so Richmond's like a cacophony of stores and restaurants and everything.
You guys
we
have
I have
everything.
2 Wawas within driving distance of me, and it's glorious.
So here's my. I'm going back to the hoagies. Why? It's sub, right? Why do you elongate that to hoagie?
There's
Sub-
a,
well, it's a completely different word. A sub
Okay,
too
but,
is like
but isn't it the same thing?
there's
That's what
a
I've been
reason.
told. But
Well,
what is
It
it?
is the same thing. It is the same thing.
They are.
There's a shipyard in Hoagie. It originated in Philadelphia, the word Hoagie. There was a shipyard called like Hog something.
Okay.
And so they combined the hog part and then some other like Greek or Latin word and combined it in a Hoagie.
That's
So there was a shipyard named Hog, and that was, yeah.
I feel like they might be different though, because I've heard people say that like hoagie is like a hot sandwich or whatever, and like a sub is a cold
Oh,
one
yeah.
or something
Really?
like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know if it's sub and hoagie or
I've
if
never
there's
heard that
because
one.
there's
Okay, that
another.
would make more sense. But from what
Yeah.
I've understood, it there wasn't like a differentiation. Is that a word?
Yes,
There is.
that is a
Yes.
word.
And
Very good.
just making sure I wasn't adding any syllables there. And it just didn't make sense to me. But that actually makes sense. All right. So,
I think that's
all
what
right.
I've heard. I'm actually looking it up now to make sure I'm not
Yeah.
giving false information, but I
I
think
found a
that's what I've heard.
demographic what people refer to sandwiches as, and it specifically said if you are from Connecticut, you call it a sub.
Wait,
and I was
really?
like,
Are you
yeah.
kidding?
They call it in the New England area, it's a sub. In
Yeah.
New York, it's hero. In Philadelphia,
Yes.
it's hoagie.
Hero, yeah.
And I think
I'm surprised I hadn't
Massachusetts
heard of
calls it a
hero.
grinder sometimes.
Oh, grinder. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we call it grinders. Yeah, because we're
A
like right next
grinder-
to.
Grinder's basically a hoagie.
That's even worse than sub or hoagie. That's what a grinder. What is that?
It's like
That's
a
a
dating app
terri-
for.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't gonna go there, but you're
A
right.
grinder is a bottom six hockey forward who can't skate very well.
Oh.
Cough, cough.
See?
The bottom six of the Flyers.
I was gonna say cough the guy we may have just traded for.
Oh, Hartman. He had his first hit in his first Flyers game. That's how you get
He did it. That was a
introduced.
nice hit.
And you are not allowed. You could wear the logo. You can have your name on the back. You could be wearing the logo on your helmet. You are not a Philadelphia Flyer until you hit someone.
Until
in a
you lay
hockey
somebody
game.
out.
That
Also-
is your inauguration introduction.
Did you like the burnt orange alternates they wore for the
I
Stadium Series?
hated them.
Really?
I thought both uniforms were bad.
Well, the Penguins
The design
was
was
terrible.
okay. I wanted a lighter orange.
Okay,
little bit
I
lighter.
liked the burnt orange. Honestly,
Really?
the
Okay, I
black
like the
alternates
helmets.
that we, the black alternates or the other ones, the throwback light orange that has like the kind of like a creamsicle color in it too.
Yes!
Those are my favorite.
The 2012 Winter Classic game that was
Yep.
in Citizens Bank Park versus
Yep.
the New York Rangers.
that we lost, didn't we?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
but
did.
see, we
lose.
redeemed
This was
ourselves
our,
now.
We did. This was our first outdoor game. We were 0-3 because we lost to Boston in the Winter Classic
Yep.
in 10,
Ugh.
New York Rangers in 12, and then the outdoor game in Heinz Field last year.
Oh, that's
Total
right.
bomb.
Yeah, that was
we just
garbage.
laid an egg. It was
Nothing
awful.
good happens at Heinz Field anyway, though.
That
Like
is-
that
that is
whole
true.
stadium is just a terrible place to play in.
It is.
Like even football, like the when it gets cold, the grass gets all chopped up and everything. The wind starts whipping. Nobody can kick a field goal there. Nobody wants to play there.
No one can kick a field goal on the Minnesota Vikings either.
Hey, no, we're not going to go there.
I may or may
no.
not have heard David rant about that several times.
No, we're
in
not going to go
class.
there.
Who is the Vikings kicker right now?
It's
Who was
supposed
he?
to be Dan Bailey, but he kind of
right.
doesn't want to kick well anymore. So
Yeah, no, he got hurt, didn't he? And then he just because he was one of the most accurate kickers in NFL
Yeah.
history, and then he got hurt, and the Cowboys cut him, which I was glad to see.
I
But-
think all the kickers this year just got together and were like, guys, let's miss a ton of field goals.
Which it worked because I
Anarchy.
think the kicking game has gotten progressively worse this year. That's for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, can I sign up to be kicker now, or
You probably could.
Yeah.
If teams are having open tryouts, why not? Can you
Exactly.
kick it through the uprights? Okay.
hey, my roommate actually. There we go.
All right, guys, it's been fun. A lot of unexpected guests today. Paul, I didn't know you were coming on till late last night.
I know, yeah.
David, you just texted
I
me
just
and
showed
waltzed in here. So, hey, come back in whatever. It's been fun, guys. This is Shattered by Blanco. We'll be back with you guys on Thursday.